Yeah, we live. Come on up in here. Come up in here, unbiased. We live on the YouTube. Come here, unbiased. Appreciate the 4,000 people watched the video last night, live fight chat. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get them numbers up real quick. Unbiased, where you at? What you say? Kell Brook already been beaten by Triple G. Look, man, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. Your boy Terence Crawford fight on the Candy Crush. Yeah, all right? I ain't got nothing against Terence Crawford. When I heard about his new big deal, hold on. When I heard about Terence Crawford getting his big deal for ESPN, first thing I did was say congratulations. Take care of your family as a black man. You're going to get some good fights or whatever you're going to get, Bobby. I'm going to take care of you. Boom, boom, dum, dada. All that good shit. I was just positive as shit. I didn't do like the Eddie Hearn haters who come out here and act like Eddie Hearn never did nothing good in the sport. But when y'all come up in here, anybody come up in here talking about, oh, Spence was wrong. Spence shouldn't have said that about Crawford. Spence didn't open his mouth on Crawford first. Crawford trained to be eating too many cheeseburgers, and then he spit out a lot of Spence. But at the end of the day, he got told what was real. Y'all hit the like button. There's 5 people watching right now on the YouTube. Hit the like button. Let's get them numbers up. Y'all know debates sell big on this joint. Y'all know debates go big. Look here. Look here. Spence stood up at the microphone, and he simply said, who the hell has Terence Crawford beat? I say it all the time for y'all to be acting like he just gonna run through that whole division when he never been in no tough division. Y'all, I say it all the time. Send me a link. He said, oh, you want a link? It's gonna be in the chat. Hurry up and get it. As soon as you get in, I'm gonna delete it. As soon as you get in it, I'm gonna delete it. Because I be getting some people crazy out the chat. Boom. It's in there. Go ahead. Jump up in here. Jump up in here. We're gonna debate friendly. We're gonna go friendly. Nice little boxing debate. Let's go. 5 people watching on the YouTube. Get the numbers up. Hit the like button. Let's go. Unbiased biased boxing. Let's go. Hey, that damn bar good as shit. I woke up on this shit. Flat out. I woke up on it. I didn't know Spence got up there and said those things till I woke up this morning. Nah, I'm lying. As soon as you get in here, I'm deleted. Hurry up and get in here. 7 people watching on the YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. Keep hitting it. We finna go all the way in. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Talking about some Terence Crawford. Errol Spence is wrong for what he said about Terence Crawford. He shouldn't talk to him like that. 8 people watching on the YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. Make it match the number. Come on, grow the channel. Go ahead. Real boxing talk every day. Bro, you taking too long. Where you at, unbiased? You gonna have everybody with my link. Tell me when you need it again. I'm finna delete it. So just don't nobody jump up in here.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. All right. There you go. There you are.
Yeah. So what's up, man?
So you mean tell me?
Hold on. First of all, thank you for having me.
Your boy Candy Crush. You're being Candy Crush Crawford doing it big. Don't he fight on the app? Don't he fight on the app?
He does, but some of his fights will be on ESPN though. So I mean,
but most of his fights gonna be on the Candy Crush app, right?
Yeah, but they're also
where everybody gonna see.
They're also starting to put Lomachenko on there too. So it's not only gonna be just Crawford. I'm just saying in general, he's gonna have another stablemate on the app too. That's gonna boost that app into a bigger viewership. So you got.
Are they fighting? Are they fighting? They're not fighting each other. How are they gonna boost each other? They're not fighting each other.
I'm saying Lomachenko fighting on the app is gonna boost that viewership. And Crawford in Crawford's contract, he has 2 unification bouts that he can use, which he will use once Thurman and Spencer or those PBC fighters actually fight each other.
So they got it. So he basically got a contract that ain't guaranteed because Bob Arum can't guarantee on shit. That's what you just said.
No, he's
how you gonna write? I can write anything in the contract. He sold him a dream. Terence Crawford bought a dream, is what you're just telling me.
No, Terence Crawford's gonna fight and unify with those champs on PBC. Because look, hold on. on his side, who is he gonna fight?
People we don't care about seeing them fighting. That's who he gonna fight. A bunch of people we don't see him fight. That's who he gonna fight. A bunch of people we do not care to see him fight. Meanwhile, when Errol Spence was at the podium last night, we heard Keith Thurman. He was in the building. Hold on. We heard Sean Porter. He was in the building. We heard Danny Garcia. He was in the building. Adrian Broner was the hype man. Tank was a hype man. You mentioned in Lomachenko. Don't nobody give a shit about Lomachenko over here in the States, except for a bunch of biased motherfuckers. Don't nobody give a shit about him.
Let's be real, man. PBC fighters, they're not even fighting each other. So Al Heyman,
each other last night. What you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Danny, Porter, Thurman, those three fight each other. Who is Spence going to fight? Spence has to fight a 135-pounder because those guys on his side of the street don't even want to fight him.
No. He's going to fight a 135-pounder. They called him out. Then he's going to unify, which basically is an in-between fight. That's nothing. I would be happy for Crawford if I knew he was gonna fight a 135-pounder and then unify his next fight.
No, you wouldn't.
I would be happy for him. I would see some direction. Instead, this is what I see for Terence Crawford. Jose Benavidez, who ain't even the best of the brother, Benavidez brothers. And then after that, I got to go get my binoculars and scope out and see what the hell going on with Terence Crawford, because his career over there in the hands of Bob Arum. Okay?
Jose Benavidez is better than Ocampo. Jose Benavidez would probably beat Chris Algieri. Jose Benavidez
comparing a voluntary to a mandatory. That's what you just did.
Yeah, but look, I'm just saying in general, like, we got to look at Errol Spence's resume, right? The best wins on his resume. No, we're gonna do that because Errol Spence had to do that last night, so we got to do the same thing to him because the same could be done. Errol Spence's best wins is Lamont Peterson, who's been stretched. He's been stretched by Lucas Matisse. His other best win is Kell Brook, who was coming off of a brutal, devastating loss that he had to get open face surgery for, and then took a year layoff.
Hold on. I got a comment that says, he says Porter was just on Dante channel saying he not fighting Spence next. He just said it in the ring. He just said it at the post-fight press conference. We getting that fight. I'm not going to buy into the negativity. He said we getting the fight. So until I hear otherwise, and I hear it on a huge source, I know Al Heyman gonna make that fight. Al Heyman makes fights, okay?
No, he's not.
Al Heyman make the fight.
That's why
people watching on the YouTube, get that shit up to like 25 thumbs up. We just doing a boxing debate here. Man, look, you can't save Crawford, man. I'm not here saving Spence.
Let me just say this.
I'm not here telling you Spence is gonna win the fight. I'm not here telling you Spence gonna beat Porter. I'm just here telling you that your man fights on the Candy Crush app, dog. I'm here telling you that your man has a resume full of 135-pounders, 140-pounders that ain't doing shit today. That's factual.
That's not true, man. Victor Postal, after Crawford beat him, he got a belt.
Lost again.
Then he fought Josh Taylor.
Lost again.
Josh Taylor
and 2 out of his last 3 fights.
And was beating Josh Taylor almost the whole entire fight, besides the last couple rounds.
Josh Taylor got 13 fights. He should be beating him, but no, he was sitting on the canvas. He's supposed to be a former title. No, he wasn't unified. Former titleist. Crawford best opponent, but the man on the canvas to a dude with 13 fights. And Dongo sitting out here. Errol Spence not lying to you, bro. Terence Crawford has had he has had an amateur career part 2, and now he's gonna have part 3 as he fights on the Candy Crush app.
Can you tell me?
Disrespect. It's just telling the truth. Man, look, I tell black fighters the truth. This is why I do it. When I told Badu Jack Black ass, go fight Stevenson, not Kovalev. That's the lineal champion. You know which belt turned out to be harder to take and which one was the real challenge and which one proved to be the real champion? Stevenson. I tell these black fighters the truth when won't nobody else do it. I'm telling Terence Crawford the truth too. I don't hate him. I don't love Spence. I don't love none of these niggas. I'm my own man. They don't pay my rent and this bitch put clothes on my back. These niggas gonna have to scrap it out they damn selves. And on the PBC side, they doing it. Terence Crawford is not doing it. He is going through a third amateur career as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. You tripping, man. You tripping. Like, come on, man. Be honest. Who did Errol Spence beat that was undefeated? And
undefeated. What they got? Who was undefeated that Crawford beat? Who was undefeated that Crawford beat?
Postal, Gamboa. Like, come on, man. His best.
Okay, did Victor Postal ever fight Manny Pacquiao like Chris Algieri did when he was undefeated?
He beat Matisse. He beat
Hold on. No. Excuse me. That's not, bro. He already done quit once. He's ready to quit again. He was ready to quit versus Provodnikov. When he hurt his hands. Algieri beat a better version of Provo than Postar beat the version of the machine. That's true. Postar had just kicked Tim Bradley ass. They told Algieri he had no shot.
But didn't Lucas Matisse beat Provodnikov as well? So I mean,
a shot version. No, the two shot version. Okay, the two shot versions met up. Shot versions met up. You're right. 2 shot versions met up. Yeah, John Molina also beat him, but we know in his real day when he's walking through people like he was before Algieri, John Molina would have got the business. We talk about a shot fighter here. Yes, he's gonna be shot. He takes a lot of punishment. Algieri wasn't supposed to win that fight.
Pacquiao is shot. So you giving Chris Algieri props for beating a shot Pacquiao? You're trying to take away Victor Postol's win because Lucas Matisse was shot, but you giving Chris Algieri praise for beating doing good against
Pacquiao in a shot.
Look at that.
Okay, answer this question. In Pacquiao Hall of Fame, a dude that's been doing this damn near 2 decades.
You don't think Lucas Matisse at the end of his career will be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Matisse ain't even won a belt. He never going to the Hall of Fame. Provo ain't either. You comparing a shot Pacquiao, which he's not completely shot. You just don't want to see him versus the prime welterweights. He'll show you what he'll do to a shot Matisse compared to his shot self. He beat the shit out them. Okay, he's a different breed from them. Period. End of story. But at the end of the day, Provo was supposed to beat the dog shit out Chris Algieri.
It don't matter though, because Chris Algieri he's always contended at 140. So you giving Spence credit.
Right, but you're not telling me the Postal where he fought Manny Pacquiao and had to get his ass whooped for the paycheck. You're not telling me that point. You telling me Postal won a fight versus a shot Matisse, and that means he's automatically better than Chris Algieri. I get Errol Spence's point. I get his point. At the end of the day, neither guy has a great resume. That's not what I'm here arguing.
So then how do you understand his
working on it? But guess what? In the long run, the way it's looking, Errol Spence got Mikey, which you may not like, but at the end of the day, Mikey is 140-pound titleist. If he goes up to 147, it's truly a 1 pound weight jump. I mean, a 1 class weight jump. But to me, I'm gonna label it. To me, I'm gonna label it as 2, just to let you know, I ain't trying to give him no extra. He gonna beat the dog shit out Mikey. And then if he beat Porter, I ain't even got to worry about the Mikey Garcia fight. That's just some one-off shit. Same with Triple G. If he go ahead and whoop the shit out Canelo, and you ain't got to talk about, when he fought the welterweight Kell Brook, then damn, his resume look damn good, don't it? 15 people watching on the YouTube, hit the thumbs up. Look, man. Look, ain't no resumes out there dope today. But Crawford got that shit lined up like shoestrings. His shit gonna stack like shoestrings. Excuse me, Spence gonna his shit gonna stack like shoestrings. Whereas Crawford gonna be stringing together Benavidez, Wilmer Videz, Mr. Videz. You don't know who the fuck he gonna fight. Man.
Come on, bro. You know that he's gonna fight those PBC fighters if they're willing to fight him. Because none of them, including Spence, sound like they even want the smoke, man. Like, let's be real. When he was asked about Crawford, he was like, he didn't want no smoke with Crawford.
No, he did a whole speech letting you know why that man shouldn't even be taken serious. He just signed a contract to fight on the Candy Crush app by himself. Okay, if LeBron James leaves the NBA today and goes to China and plays with a bunch of Wang Jujus that you don't know, then guess what? The NBA has to get new stars. The NBA has to play each other, and they get credit, and we tell LeBron, man, you ran. Okay?
No, let's be real. Gamboa is a better win than anyone on Spencer's resume.
Tell me what Gamboa did prior to that fight. Who was his win prior to that fight? Who did he beat prior to that fight?
Gamboa was once touted as a pound-for-pound fighter. Was Brooke?
Once.
Was Brooke ever?
No. Gamboa was on a year layoff. Signed to 50 Cent. Signed to 50 Cent. Hold on. Signed to 50 Cent, getting no fights, had nothing to look forward to, had no mandatory to look forward to, had no belt to defend. The man was he was just ostracized from boxing. Basically, the dude Gamboa was he was said for domestic violence issues. He was said to be on steroids.
Come on, man.
Let's keep this shit real. Domestic violence issues, steroids, your layoff, and he ain't no natural 135-pounder. Let's stop acting like that shit was just a dope.
Come on, you talking about a year layoff? Brooke was on a year layoff, and he was stabbed in the leg, and he just got his face broken, and he wasn't undefeated.
And but what did he have to look forward to? What did he have to look forward to? Hold on, he had a title. He had a title that he had to look forward to defending. Whereas Gamboa basically got a blessing to come back. Brooke was being begged to come fight. Gamboa was just like, pick me, pick me. I don't have nothing to defend. Man, it's a huge difference. You got strap around your waist. When you got a strap around your waist and you got an obligation, it's 15 people still watching on the YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button. We need more people in here. Y'all share the video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. 9 likes. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Candy Crush Crawford and Errol Spence. What's up?
Gamboa moved up, beat Darley Perez, got an interim title, right? And then he went and fought Crawford. So
what that mean?
It means that he was more accustomed to the weight before he fought Crawford, so you can't use that as an excuse.
Didn't he get dropped in the Darley Perez fight? He got dropped in about 2 of those. Hold on, go look at it. He got dropped in a few of those fights. Man, Gamboa ain't hot shit, bro. He just wasn't hot shit. He was
touted as a pound for pound fighter, which Kell Brook was never. Kell Brook was never touted as a pound.
You're actually wrong there. They had him on the back end of some list before he went to Triple G. Ever. They did. They did.
Because who did he beat? Kell Brook.
Sean Porter. He took Sean Porter. Oh, what do you mean? Who did he beat? He came across the water and took Sean Porter. Oh, what do you mean? Who he beat? So Sean Porter was looked at like that next prime champion, calling him Mike Tyson of the welterweight division.
Low place. Let me ask you something.
Sean Porter, hold on. Sean Porter, the now 2 division champ after last night, got whooped by Kell Brook. Got whooped by him in the outside stadium. Kell Brook not only came to the States, he went all the way across the States. You come from London, you land on the East Coast first. He said, fuck that, fly me all the way out to the West. I'm still going to whoop his ass. Facts.
Okay, so low place. Let me ask you something. So you're saying that if somebody goes into somebody else's territory and beats them, then that's a really great accomplishment, right? So you must be high on Indongo then, because he did that twice.
Man, if you gonna so we gonna compare Sean Porter, the 2 division welterweight champion, to Ricky Burns and a Russian dude that never defended his title except for once. That's what we're gonna do. Versus nobody. That's what we're gonna do.
No, but you're praising him for going overseas.
Nah, man, I can't do that. No. Look, it's a different. It's just like this. It's like this. All right, let me break this down to you. If Callum Johnson leaves the UK and fights an A-level fight prospect, A-level contender, now a A-level champion in Beterbiev, and take his damn belt. He leaves the UK, comes to Chicago. Beterbiev is basically a North American right now, and he take that man belt. I got nothing but praise for him. But if
oh my God,
hold on, yeah. But if some dude come over here and he take Tevin Farmer belt. Let's just say Tevin Farmer. Tevin ain't proved shit. Come over here and take Tevin Farmer belt. Dude already been dropped and stopped a few times. And guess what? I'm like, okay, we'll see.
Sean Porter went unanimous decision with Philo Greco. He struggled with Adrian Granados. He fucking struggled with Paulie Malignaggi. Like, come on, man.
Division champion. Just whoop Danny Garcia.
Is his best win. Are you serious?
Danny Garcia is not a good win.
Right, now Danny Garcia
undefeated Devin. He wasn't undefeated, but whooping Devin Alexander, not a good win. Just dominating him, dominating Paulie like nobody else had done. Paulie ain't never been done like that. Just going in and man, come on, man. Porter is a real welterweight. That man took Keith Thurman and made that man look like he couldn't finish the fight. Looked like he couldn't win the fight decisively. You're not in close fights, bro. I would be so proud of your guy, Terence Crawford, if he has a Keith Thurman draw on his resume. I would be so proud of your guy. I would be much more happier than the wins he got. He can trade in 7 of those wins for 2 draws versus Keith Thurman. I say, yo, he's a Hall of Famer to me. Those are great fighters. That's just how I operate. I'm fair like that.
Yeah,
it ain't about about an O. It ain't about a who you in there trying to let your O go to. Like Keith Thurman said, you got an O, but you're afraid to let it go. Oh, from what I see, Crawford
First of all,
afraid to let it go.
Keith Thurman doesn't even have a right to say that because he doesn't even want to fight Spence or rematch these guys, man. He's trying to let the younger guys fight so he doesn't have to do the work. Terence Crawford will come across the pond and unify. He already said it. And so did Bo.
He gotta go across
they got plans.
He don't gotta go across the pond. He gotta go across the network. And he ain't doing it. The man just signed to fight on the Candy Crush app. We not playing no games over here. Like I said, it's a link in the chat for the people that want it. 15 watching on the YouTube, 11 likes. Get that number up. Subscribe to the channel if you new. Let me say this. I say it once, I say it again. I tell these black fighters the truth that don't nobody else tell them. When I told Badu Jack, don't you chase no damn Kovalev, don't you chase that shit. You go chase the real lineal champion. What happened? He had a better fight. He got tested more. We seen the guy not quit as compared if you would have fought Kovalev, he would have gave you the damn belt. He would have simply gave you the belt because he ain't never been what they said he was. But I tell these black fighters the truth. Whether it's Terence Crawford sitting on the network where he can't get no fights just because his damn contract say, hey, I might give you a unification. I'm going to put an asterisk by that because I can't deliver that shit to you on my own word with my own fighter, says Bob Arum. You know what I mean? Look. So I'm telling the truth, bro. I'm not team nobody. I say it again. I don't slip punches of these dudes. I don't get cut on the eye. I don't need no cut man. I need the microphone and I need them niggas to go be real niggas. That's it after that. I got nothing else. I don't care who wins. I don't care who loses. But at the end of the day, Terence Crawford looking like an automatic loser because he can't get down with the big dogs. All right? Okay, it's WCW and it's WWF. Get in or get out.
So if low place. So if Terence Crawford go ahead and next year unify with one of the champs, and you'll give him his respect.
We doing a bunch of ifs. I ain't got no problem giving nobody respect. We doing a bunch of ifs. If I know Errol Spence is fighting Sean Porter, I don't have to if. That's the thing. I know it's coming. More. Look, it looks highly probable, and whatever's probable is possible.
Come on, man.
It looks highly probable, and whatever is probable is possible. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
He's talking about next year.
I'm cool with next year. Sean Porter just got out the ring last night. What do you want him to do? Fight in December? He could maybe, but I mean, he fights 2 times a year. Why not the first quarter next year? If Mikey Garcia wanted, so be it. I don't want to see the fight, but if that's what I gotta watch to hold me over Ugas until he can get a unification like he's been asking for, then hell, I've waited for it. Hundreds of other fighters before him. Why not wait for Errol Spence?
I mean, I was listening to Bo Mac's interview on Black Fight Fan TV, and he said next year they're coming for Spence.
Man,
they want to fight Spence next year, man. And Spence is not a disciplined fighter, man. He was completely listen, he was wasted last night talking out his ass. And that's why he's gonna lose the fight versus Terence Crawford because he's not disciplined.
Yo, he did seem high, low plays.
He's not disciplined, man. And that's why he's gonna lose
Saturday night in New York. Have one.
Nah, man.
Have one. I've seen Terence Crawford standing out of City Trends watching hood fights. Yeah, okay, so I'm just let you know, like everybody ain't perfect, bro. Everybody ain't perfect until they take a 2-year hiatus doing cocaine, gaining 100 pounds. I ain't worried about it.
Man, Spence said he was 15 in 2015. That's how drunk he was. So
okay, he's okay. And Crawford signed a contract that said he could get 2 unifications from a guy who can't deliver him unifications. Which one sounds smarter? Both of them sound like they got a few brain cells might be going. If you ask me, they get punched in the head.
I'm not understand why everybody has this thing against Bob Arum, like he doesn't make his fighters take tough fights. Didn't Lomachenko just fight Linares? Didn't Lomachenko fight Gary Russell? Didn't Lomachenko fight Salido on his second fight? Terence Crawford?
That's a good point, man.
I mean, you guys are.
Didn't Lomachenko have to beg for those fights? Didn't he have to beg for those fights? Bob Arum told that ain't how it worked. That ain't how it worked. That ain't how it worked.
But he still made it, right?
After that, didn't Lomachenko fight 122 pounds? What had Gary Russell proven for you just to be like he's that guy?
I mean,
that was his third fight.
I I'm not going to say that Lomachenko's resume is great. I mean, I don't think that much of Gary Russell Jr. His best win is JoJo Diaz, and that just happened. So, I mean, I'm not going to say
he's better than Spence.
He was getting his ass beat. Yeah, that wasn't impressive. He was getting tore up, and JoJo quit punching for whatever reason. What was impressive about what he did? Heard he made a lot of money. That's impressive. Other than that, that was not impressive.
Recognize makes a good point, man. That's better than Spence's resume. Let's be real.
It is. And listen, Lomachenko for sure.
Fighting 122 pounders and pulling guys off years of layoffs.
Should Lomachenko fight welterweights? Should Lomachenko fight welterweights? Fighting
Linares, who's been knocked out 3 times, is better than fighting a Gilbert. No.
Who has Spence beaten that is better than Lomachenko's record? Give me the guy that he beat.
And Crawford's.
He ain't beat no Kell Brook. He ain't beat one. He ain't beat the talent of Kell Brook.
Just LP.
He ain't beat the talent of Kell Brook.
Just to clarify things, I think Spence would beat Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford got a better resume than he does.
Oh, see, look.
He got 2 amateur careers. He's going on a 3rd amateur career. He's fighting David Benavidez. That he doesn't have a better resume. He has names of divisions that weren't no good. See, he has quantity. That's what. See, it's quantity and quality. I'll trade 10 of those wins just to say, oh, Terrence, you had a draw with Keith Thurman, and I love that fight. I can go back and watch it. I don't want to go see you fighting Victor Postol. What is he doing? Getting beat by fighters with 13 wins these days?
Outside of Kell Brook, Postol is better than any fighter that
ain't nobody with 13 wins beating Kell Brook.
Thank you.
Ain't nobody with 13 wins beating Kell Brook.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Yes, I do know that.
I don't know that.
Take any welterweight. Take any welterweight. Take Josh Taylor himself and put the welterweight Kell Brook that fought Errol Spence. You're not beating him with 13 fights. He ain't rocking like that. Y'all ain't. Y'all not gonna play Kell like that.
I give you credit. I give Spence credit for the Kell Brook fight, because he took the fight. He went over there to the UK, and it was a tough fight. It was not like he was winning the whole fight.
Yeah,
he
but
lost the first half. But came back and won.
Just because the fight was tough, does that mean anything? I'm saying, doesn't that mean that Errol Spence is not as good?
I'm not. Yeah, if you want to act like Kell Brook ain't a great fighter, if you want to act like Kell Brook ain't the same guy that made Golovkin do the jump from uppercuts after going up 2 divisions, that's what you want to act like. Yeah, it don't mean shit.
The same.
Thank you.
Wasn't the same. The man was in the ring ready to fight. The man was in the ring fighting his ass off.
Of course, that's what.
Okay. All right. Terence Crawford. We're gonna break this. We're gonna break this lie. We're gonna break this lie. Terence Crawford fought Ricky Burns, who had just broke his damn jaw. Just broke his jaw. Terence Crawford won the WBO title, the first one ever. He didn't get a knockdown. The fight was a little bit weak. Period. Went across the water, and then Kell Brook is a much better fighter than Ricky Burns. What did Errol Spence do? Stoppage, break the other side of your face. Terence Crawford didn't say, "Let me get the other end of your jaw."
You know something? I'm going to agree with you. I think Spence. Let me clarify. I think Spence beats Terence Crawford, but he doesn't have a better resume yet. He just don't have the better resume. He don't have the names.
He doesn't have quantity.
He don't have the names on his list.
What's the name you're looking at on Crawford's list? Name me the name.
Okay. He beat Postol. Whatever you want to think about Postol now, Postol was undefeated. Beat Matisse, knocked him out. The first dude to stop him. Okay.
Thank you.
So I gotta give him credit for that. He beat Diaz is not the
Algeria did what?
And he beat the shit out of Diaz.
Algeria
did what?
He went in there and schooled
Lamont
Jeff Horn.
Lamont Peterson got the win over Diaz. Lamont Peterson got the win over Diaz
because he robbed him.
Okay.
He robbed them.
I know a lot of people. I thought he won the fight fairly. I thought he landed the harder body shots, the bigger shots. Where Diaz was running around the ring, but it was a close fight. But you saw
you breaking up, man. I can't hear nothing.
Peterson versus what's the kid's name? Peterson versus Spence. That ended in bloodshed. He handled business.
Lucas Matisse stretched Peterson in 2 rounds. What about that?
Okay, a prime Matisse has power. What? Okay, that happens. Losses happen.
Yeah.
Okay, if Peterson wasn't the same, he would have never gave Danny Garcia. Y'all act like a person loses.
Did you just say that things happen?
Yeah, he did.
I said what? Things do happen.
Listen, I
It's
thought Terence
boxing.
Crawford. First of all, I didn't like Terence Crawford's performance versus Postal. I didn't like it.
What's not to
I didn't
like,
like his
man?
performance versus
He
because
pot shot. He pot shot it all night.
But he still won the fight.
He improved much. He improved much at all. At all.
You're tripping, man.
At all. I would love to see him fight a Kell Brook today, and I call that the best name on his resume.
You know,
Kell Brook today would be the best name on his resume, and you pay pay-per-view to see the fight. You know you would. You pay it. You would buy the Candy Crush app to see the fight.
I wouldn't give him credit for being Kell Brook right now, even though I know he would. I know he would.
You wouldn't give him you shouldn't give him credit for nothing because Kell Brook a white post all the fuck out. Kell Brook a white Bandongo the fuck out. Easily.
Man, Kell Brook is so damaged, he's pulling out of fights. Man, right now, I think obviously he could beat Amir Khan because Amir Khan's chin is glass. But if somebody who even has like an ounce of punch, they could beat Kell Brook right now because he's that damaged. So I mean,
hey, I would like to see just for the comparison in boxing talk, Post all show me that he can break Kell Brook face because I think Kell Brook will lay his ass out in 3-4 rounds.
I think Kell Brook will lay him out too. I'm with you.
3-4 rounds.
It may not take much to break his face at this point.
Exactly.
I mean, his face is broken on both sides, bro.
Okay.
His face broken on both sides.
I don't hear many people. I don't hear many people going. I don't hear many people trying to do 30,000 and shit. Happen.
Why do you think he's chasing after the Amir Khan fight?
I don't hear many people because he want to make that good money. They hate each other. That happens. They are UK rivals.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll give him.
They never got to lay hands on each other. That don't happen. If you know UK boxing, they fight each other with 15, 13, 14 fights. Kell Brook been wanting that shit, but they hate each other. But for Kell Brook face to be so broke, him to be all of this and that, it ain't too many people from 47. They're saying, yo, I want to see 30,000 people show up in Sheffield to fight me with Kell Brook. Where he do good numbers. For him to be all of these things, ain't too many people that welterweight wise. They're saying, yo, let's do that. Not even Manny Pacquiao. Kell Brook begging for that fight.
Keith Thurman called out Brook in 2014, and Brook wanted zero smoke. Like, come on, man. Eddie Hearn didn't even believe in Brook to beat Vargas. That's why he didn't put the money up.
Man, Eddie Hearn ain't work. Bro, quit lying on Jesse Boy. Man, he would have whooped shit out of Jesse Boy. Why y'all playing?
He probably would have.
You mean before he got his face broken?
Look, can Jesse Vargas go up to 160 and knock Golovkin off his feet? Can Jesse Vargas go up to 160?
He did not knock Golovkin off.
No, bro. Stop playing with Brook.
He did not knock Golovkin off his feet. You made
Brook jump off his feet, man. He made a man jump off his feet.
You're giving Brook credit for winning.
17 people watching on the YouTube. Y'all hit the thumbs up button. 17 people watching. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And read some of y'all comments. B-Mar said, y'all high. Just because Bud ain't stopped post all. You don't like to fight.
Leave it on this channel because I want to see this.
It's over the bone, bro. Who else is in there? AA Boxing and Blunts. Kell Brook is decent. That's the best he's ever been. Yeah, beating Sean Porter in his own turf is decent, bro. Y'all act like boxing is sweet. Y'all act like boxing is sweet. That man got a win on his home turf versus a 2-division champ. Okay, that's that. That's real.
I think not just LP. I think
Sean Porter's well on his way to a pound-for-pound list if he gets another win. Well on his way. He maybe should be on one now. You don't tell me a guy 7-5 Keith Thurman and he's not one of the best fighters in the world. You can't tell me that. No.
Keith Thurman. I mean, Sean Porter is Sean Porter is one of the best. He's a top 3. Maybe he could be the best welterweight. I don't know. We don't know until he fights.
He said he's number
Spence,
2.
And if Pacquiao's still in the mix, whatever the case may be, it's still a good number to be at. Somebody thinking someone has a better resume means that they automatically going to win the fight. I don't think Terence Crawford could beat Errol Spence. I'm not saying 100% he can't beat him. Okay, because I wouldn't say that. These guys are the elite. They're elite.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
But Terence Crawford does work. He fought in 3. How about now?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my point is this: Terence Crawford put in more work than at this point. He's put in more work than Errol Spence. That doesn't mean that I think that he's going to beat Errol Spence. Like I said, I think Errol will beat him at this point.
Can I ask you something? Why do you think Earl will beat Crawford?
Okay. I think Terence Crawford still gets hit a lot, right? I still think he gets hit a lot.
What about Spence?
No, he definitely does. He definitely does, and I'm with you. That's why I say I think Terence Crawford has a great shot of beating him. Okay, I think he does, but I think that it's going to come down to power. That's my opinion. At least looking at it outside looking in, I think that it's going to come down to power.
So you think Crawford's just going to sit there and trade with them? That's what you're thinking, right?
I have a feeling that's what might happen more likely because Terence Crawford is a fighter. Turns into a boxing match, I think he beats Spence.
It is going to turn into a boxing match. I mean, he doesn't brawl with people the same size as him. If you look at the way he fights, Victor Postal, did he brawl with him? Jeff Horn?
No.
Did he brawl with Jeff Horn?
I think you make good points, but I also think that Errol Spence. This is my thought. Errol Spence is the kind of guy that makes you fight. I seen it in the Kell Brook fight. Kell Brook wanted to box, and he was like, "Shit, I can't." You know what I'm saying? I can't box. I got to fight this dude, and it turned out to be. Now again, of course, we don't know what could happen. Terence Crawford could be totally different and stay disciplined enough and could keep him honest and turn into a boxing match, in which I would say Terence Crawford wins the fight on points. But if the fight goes the way I think it might go, I think that Spence will make him fight and he'll get the better of it in the end. That's the way I see it going in.
Is Brook a better boxer than Terence Crawford? Because I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I agree with you.
If Brook was
he got more power.
Brook was outboxing Errol Spence the early rounds completely, just shutting him out. So, I mean, if he could do that, obviously Terence Crawford can. And even in the Lamont-Peterson fight, Lamont was backing Spence up where he was just shelling up. So, I mean, if Lamont could do that, obviously Crawford can't. Like, everybody thinks Crawford's just going to stand there.
I don't get why Errol Spence came back up in the ring. He fought well off the ropes with Kell Brook. Crawford can back up all day. You don't say nothing about it. Errol Spence back up. He's like, it's a crime.
Back. I wouldn't say he fought. I wouldn't say he fought well.
He's on the ropes throwing left hook. He's on the ropes 1 point. He's landing left hook, right hook combination.
That's not his better suit.
Crawford doesn't. I mean, Spence doesn't fight good on the back foot. That's my whole point.
No. You just don't see nobody that can force him there for the most part. You don't see him. You see him. You don't know. You've basically seen him say, "Look, I will beat the shit out you." Like he tells everybody, "I'm gonna beat you up." It's not a crime to go backwards in the ring. It's not a crime for Marcus Maidana to go backwards. Jaime Munguia, if he want to go backwards, ain't a damn crime. If Golovkin want to, it ain't either. At the end of the day, they got to fight the best fight that's going to keep them from not getting hit. It's going to keep them from doing the hit and keep them doing the hitting and not getting hit. Terence Crawford, I don't care if he Terence Crawford, Earl Spence, that ain't what I'm arguing. Who win, who not. I'm just simply telling you, the man stood at that podium last night and he told the truth. Candy Crush Crawford took care of his family with that deal. But the boxing fans are looking, saying, what's next? The only way you can be happy for what Terence Crawford did, if you're truly a fanboy of his. I would not want no fighter that I love to watch fighting the best. I wouldn't want him signing to an app that don't got nobody in his division signed. Nobody. When it was Tim Bradley, he said, "Hey, yo." When it was Tim Bradley, why does he need to be signed? When it was Tim Bradley, we said, "Yo." A lot of people said, "Yo, you need to take your ass over there and fight them prime welterweights." Now that it's Terence Crawford, hold on, let's pull back. We like him a little bit more. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that,
bro. But Spence is not even fighting the guys on his side of the pond. So is that really the right side of the pond?
Who wanted to fight him? Who wanted to fight him?
Exactly. You make
Who wanted to fight him? You hold him being feared against him. You hold him being a fear fighter. He had the opportunity to be mandatory. When he had, let me tell you something else Spence did. Twice he tried this. He got in the mandatory position for Kell Brook, right? You know what he actually tried to do? He tried to fight Lamont Peterson, who you've been hating on for the WBA regular belt so he can be Keith Thurman's mandatory too, right? But no, they didn't give him that. They wouldn't let him do that. But at the same time, he still found his way in the ring to call out the new WBC champion.
Look, I respect everything that you just said. I respect Spence for doing that. He wants to be great. I'm not saying Spence can't be great. I'm just saying that the guys he's not fighting any of the guys. It's not Spence's fault. I'm not saying it's Spence's fault, but you're making it seem like PBC is the right side because you can make the fights. He's not making five.
They have 3 champions in the division. It's like this. Okay, all right, let me tell you another division. Where you can tell me Bivens in a great place where he has nobody fighting on his network as a champion. All right. And PBC just signed 2 network deals so they can give Alvarez dates. They can now give Beterbiev dates if they want to, whatever the case may be. They got 3 champions at 75, 3 champions at 47. Bivens and Terence Crawford are the eyeballs out, and they need to find their way across the street.
So
Bivens, unlike Terence Crawford, hasn't signed his name to say, I'm staying here being the donkey that's not in the field with the other donkeys. Okay, so let's pray for Bivens. Let's put our hands on Bivens and say, brother, wisen up. Go where the legacy and the money can be. You need to give a phone call to Al Heyman. Facts.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I mean, if Spence wants to fight Terence Crawford, he tells Al Heyman make that fight happen. That's it.
I can tell you something else you didn't agree with. And I was right.
Like
Terence Crawford, else you didn't agree with, and I was right, because I'm always right. Just about when I told them I was on BDA, I told them, I said Eddie Hearn need to leave Al Heyman people the fuck alone, and he need to take his ass over there and talk to Sergey Kovalev, because there's no way Sergey Kovalev can be happy having to fight later Alvarez for likely a little license fee. And then what happened? HBO threw him in the dump just because he got knocked out. Don't want to pay him his rematch and none of that. Eddie Hearn should have been over there. People, look, HBO is drying up. Until they show you more, you need to call Al Heyman. If you really want the credit.
Listen, I agree. HBO is drying up. But what does that have to do with your boy Spence saying, look, I want this Terence Crawford fight no matter what. Make this shit happen.
And let's not act like ESPN isn't the traditional channel for sports, bro. Come on, man.
They're not who?
No, I'm saying let's not act like ESPN isn't the traditional channel for sports.
Not for boxing.
It could be.
It could be.
Why
it's not ESPN. It's Candy Crush. It's Candy Crush Plus. That's what it is. Candy Crush Plus.
But they're trying to make the new channel for boxing, and that's why even Lomachenko is going to be on the.
Why they trying to be? Showtime is showing you, bro. Y'all can keep trying, but they buying Louboutins, they buying Gucci slippers, bro. They look. We get back to them Nikes when we can. Bro. I'm just letting you know.
But let me ask you something. Who? Okay, it comes down to money, right? We can all agree that it all comes down to money. Is Spence making way more money than Crawford?
No.
Okay, so then they're more or less in the same. They're more or less in the same ballpark. Listen, man, you want to make. If you want to make this fight happen, if you want to make this fight happen now, how about now?
Nah, you good.
How about now, LP?
He said because it's obvious. Showtime is one of the best welterweights are, not ESPN. B. Marsh is a Terence Crawford fan. B. Marsh is one of the people I agree with most in boxing. I don't never see him being no super fan for nobody. If somebody doing something right, they doing something right. He's keeping it real, bro. You cannot be LeBron James and take your ass and run to China and be like, I'm balling out, while Steph Curry is going head to head with Kawhi Leonard in the finals, giving his ass buckets. Okay, and you think we gonna remember what you doing versus Wayne Juju? You just can't do it, man. You can't.
So what you're saying is. So this is what you're saying, LP, right? You're saying, because Crawford signed a deal that's best for him financially with Bob Arum. For Bob Arum, forget the fans, man. It's at the end of the day.
I congratulated him for his family. He can take care of his family. That's the first thing I said in my video.
So you saying in order for him to get fights,
you ain't gonna have no fights.
In order for him to get fights, he made the wrong move by signing with Bob Arum, because Al Heyman and them ain't gonna deal with him. So Whose fault really is that, man? Is that just Terence Crawford's fault, or is that also Errol Spence and everybody on the PBC that, you know, basically you got to sign with us in order to get a fight? In other words, you got to come to my hood so I can fight you. We can't meet somewhere in the middle. We can't meet in the city's downtown area, wherever that's at, and let's go shoot a fair one.
One solid thing.
Why can't Spence just go over and fight on ESPN?
I agree, man.
Like,
I'm not one solid thing.
I'm not.
Yeah, I forget one solid thing. Earl Spence haven't even got to whoop his side. He haven't. Sean Porter is a more credible welterweight than Terence Crawford. Period. Got better wins.
He is.
So why the hell am I worried about? Let me go through this tough negotiation. Let me do everything for you when I can easily say, I want that WBC belt from a more credible fighter, Keith Thurman. Oh, man, let's do that too. By that time, we don't know. Terence Crawford may be over there with 6 bum-ass fights and people telling him, fuck you and everything else. You know, while Spence being looked at like the next Canelo opponent, next next Jaime Gambia opponent. You know?
I think 150. I was gonna say something. I saw Errol Spence at the arena. He's a small. I'm a big dude, but he's small, man. God damn, I didn't realize how small he was. Especially like, I believe that was the younger Charlo, the one that's at 154. Looks much bigger than him.
Yeah, but he's just taller than Spence. Spence's dimension.
No, I mean he looks bigger. Like he looks, I was looking at Spence. He looks like $175 at best. You know what I'm saying? At best, at 5'9", maybe, probably like 5 feet 9 inches tall. Where the Charlo brothers, they're legit 6 feet. They're like 6 feet, and they carry some weight. They carry like 180, 185, somewhere around there. He's gonna have problems if he goes up to 154 for sure. I think Errol Spence is gonna, if the current guys are still at 154, guys like Jarrett Hurd, Charlo, the 154 Charlo, and Munguia, those guys they look like they're a lot bigger than Spence.
Errol Spence is only good because he's cross-eyed and he can see the punches coming from different directions. So let's be real.
Did you just say he's cross-eyed?
Yeah, he's cross-eyed, man.
See, he's a hater. You actually don't like Errol Spence. Right? See, that's the difference. That's the difference. You actually don't like Errol Spence.
I mean, he looked.
I'm joking, man.
His eyes look normal to me when I saw him, but he did look high. Good for him, man.
Thing, you like Errol Spence could have 3 belts and Terence Crawford could be on a run of, oh man, that's trash.
Until that happens, but until that happens, LP, I gotta say as right now, and that could happen. Let's say in his next fight, hypothetically, right? Let's do the hypothetical. I know you don't like that, but let's just say Spence fights Porter, beats Porter, right? He has the belt, and Terence Crawford's next fight is against some dude we don't know, or we do know and we don't know him for any good reasons, right? He's just a gatekeeper, right? At best. Then my opinion is going to probably change. But again, like I said, resume-wise, in terms of at least for me, resume has nothing to do with what I think is going to happen in the ring. And I just think Crawford right now has got a better resume than Spence.
Quantity. Like, it's just flat out quantity. It's his second amateur career, and he's older than Spence. So it's basically, it is what I'm telling you. It's quantity. And that's fine. That is what it is. His third amateur career starting at welterweight. He's once again Jeff Horn, Benavidez. It's the same, this amateur career shit. But he's one of the guys gonna get a whole lot of credit for it. And these guys ain't even gonna be getting knocked out in 1-2 rounds.
So he has to knock people out to get your respect.
Huh?
So he has to knock fighters out to get your respect.
I mean, it would be nice to see, if you fight Benavidez, you get him the fuck up out of there in 2 rounds. It'd be nice.
But he's not a power puncher, man. He's a boxer.
But you have to look for maximum credit as a fighter. Okay, that's your job. If you ain't no puncher, then you need to know, hey, I ain't gonna get no knockouts. I need to rack up the names. Because sometimes the knockouts can be like, yo, that could save your ass. If he ain't gonna play that game, you need to rack up the names. You know what you did? You signed to Candy Crush Plus, and I can't help you. I can't help you. You wanted to be Terrence Candy Crush Crawford, then you can be Terrence Candy Crush Crawford. It's okay. But at the end of the day, don't ask Low Place to sugarcoat it just because you Candy Crush Crawford. I don't do it for no fighter. I like Terrence Crawford. He can box his ass off. Can he beat Errol Spence? Possibly. Do I give a damn? No. Can he beat Danny Garcia? I definitely do think he can. Can he beat Keith Thurman? I question that a lot. Keith Thurman's a beast. Porter's a beast. I question that a lot. At the end of the day, he can't answer that question for me on Candy Crush Plus. And more than likely, his fights ain't going to look, man. Look how Errol Spence pushed sound waves, shock waves when he went up there. And Broner was laughing at Crawford. Woo! Everybody laughing at him. You know, Tank Davis out there. Woo, you foul. Fight me, Earl. Fight me, Earl. They had a whole chemistry of we the best. All right.
Nah,
they were just standing up at the podium. Terence Crawford standing up at the podium with Bomac talking about, but we can make the fight. But we can make, man, actions speak louder than words. A lot louder.
That's gonna be Spencer's downfall. What you're just praising him for, that's gonna be Spencer's downfall, chilling and hanging out with Broner, getting drunk, acting stupid and clownish. That's why Gervonta Tank Davis is the way he is now, because he could be.
Is it gonna be my downfall? Is it gonna be my downfall?
No, Spencer's downfall. It's gonna be Spencer's downfall.
But it ain't mine. So if Spence kids find a way, that Errol Spence find a way not to take care of his family,
gonna be his own. Tank Davis gonna be his own downfall.
Ain't mine.
Yeah. That's true. I agree. And I mean, hanging with Adrian Broner, I mean, it's just, if you look at the boxers that hang around Adrian Broner, they all get swallowed up into his persona, and then it just starts slacking off, man. Robert Easter, Gervonta Tank Davis.
No, Robert Easter wasn't supposed to be that guy, though. Let's not act like Robert Easter was just supposed to be that guy. It ain't supposed to work like that, you know. He was just a kid out Toledo, never won no amateur tournaments and nothing. Just you know, win the title, maybe one more. Our Ricky Burns, our U.S. Ricky Burns version. Tank is supposed to be something, though. Tank is actually supposed to be something. That can be. He might like more than likely will be. Little motherfucker beats. He probably gonna knock Abner Morris clean the fuck out.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be fighting Abner Morris. He should be fighting Burchelt. He should be fighting Burchelt right now.
That's not saying much.
Burchelt's a beast, man. You think
I wouldn't doubt that Morris could outbox a Burchelt. It's possible.
What?
And I think he'll beat Burchelt. That's not saying, but he should be fighting Burchelt, man.
Burchelt's a beast. You think
I wouldn't doubt that Morris could outbox him.
You don't think Burchelt can beat Abner Morris? Y'all tripping, man.
It's possible. It's possible that Abner Morris can outbox him. When you're not a pure boxer, you can have problems with it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That feather. Come on, man. Abner Morris don't hit hard enough to gain any respect from
Abner
Burchelt,
Morris got sparked out in the first. He got.
Hey, they said that about he was going to do that with Cuellar.
Who knocked out Abner Morris again?
They flat out said that about Cuellar. Said, yo, he can't take the punch. He went in there and outboxed the shit out of Cuellar. You know, so at the end of the day, styles make fights. Dude can't really box like that. Abner Morris is a seasoned vet. That's a good young fight for a young Tank. And you know, I see him knocking him out. It's gonna get him some popularity. Really box like that. Abner Morris is a seasoned vet. That's a good young fight for a young Tank. Somebody got feedback. Knocking him out. It's gonna get him some popularity. L dude, you got feedback.
Yeah, Abner Morris got knocked out by Johnny Gonzalez, man.
Hey, it happens, bro. Hey, Adonis Stevenson got knocked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, man. He got knocked out.
Adonis Stevenson got knocked out by
I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, but Adonis came.
I'm hearing an echo, so
back and knocked him out.
that's you, L dude, on it. You got to go. Yeah, but it just is what it is. It's fighting. It happens. People get knocked out. People got to wake the fuck up and fight again, or you get no more paychecks. That's why I'm not holding that against nobody like that. I'm not looking at Kell Brooks saying, yo, you broke a side of your face. You ain't shit. No, he fights for feeding his damn family. Ain't no man family coming there except for, you know, a couple of them have, but Kell Brook didn't. You could tell by their actions when that shit's happening. Abner Maris didn't come in there to lay down with Leo Santa Cruz, and nobody else he been fighting. Quayon either. That's a good fight for Young Tank. That's a good fight for him. He's gonna knock him the fuck out, though. He's gonna knock him the fuck out.
Well, what's up, everybody? Thank you, Lil Please.
Yeah, he should knock him out because, I mean, he's
dude?
One division has no power. It's not going to be a good fight, man. And
what's up, everybody?
To be honest.
Yo, man. Good morning. It's a great day to talk about boxing. I want to thank Lil Place for inviting us here on this platform. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, I mean that's a cherry pick for Tank. I agree with B Marsh in the chat. Like Tank
23 years old fighting a vet. He's gonna. Abner Maris is what, a 2-3 time champ? Is he a 2-time champ? It's not a cherry pick. That's a vet, man. Hey, don't be surprised. I pick him to knock him out, but Tank got a lot to learn, man. Tank got a whole lot to learn. He didn't have that Olympic experience where he's fighting 18, 20 and people like that. He's doing it now at 23. That's a good experience for him. He won't be the first nor the last. I understand the dude's coming off a loss to Leo Santa Cruz. Exactly. Leo Santa Cruz is one of the best fighters in the world. He's one of the best fighters in the world.
He won't even fight Gary Russell Jr., man.
Man, Gary Russell will get slapped the fuck up from distance with that jab, bro. I'm banking on that. I don't trust Gary Russell Jr. None.
He fights one time a year, so I mean I can understand that, but
I like Jerry Russell Jr., man. I've been following that guy for years because he is exciting. He definitely is exciting, and whether he has promotional problems with making matches with somebody else, that might be the question. Who knows? But man, he's gonna bring it. Whoever they put in front of Gary Russell Jr., he's gonna give you a great fight. That's one thing for sure.
He's a part-time boxer.
We're gonna finally bring himself to the arena to fight. That's about how he's gonna bring.
He's a part-time boxer.
Yeah. Fake ass WBA. Hey, there you go. There you go, B Marsh. I like the Alberto Machado fight. I like that.
Yeah, but wasn't Tank stopping Machado in sparring? Like, wasn't he stopping him then? So if he fought him in like pro, obviously he's gonna knock the dude out.
That doesn't really mean nothing in sparring, man. Because even Errol Spence Jr. yesterday said that he gets his ass handed to him once in a while in sparring. So I mean, and we praise Errol Spence Jr. for supposedly beating Floyd Mayweather in sparring. So
that don't mean shit, man.
Yo, dude, you don't like it. Yo, dude is on that hate Earl too. Like it's too many of y'all. Like people act like he does so wrong in boxing. The man want to fight the best.
I don't hate on Errol Spence.
I do not hate Errol Spence Jr. I like his style. I like the way he fights. The only problem is my critique for Errol Spence Jr. is two basic critiques. One, he's not VADA tested. And the second, he's not battle tested. He has not fought an elite brawler.
Brooke, they did VADA testing.
Well, yeah, but see, let me explain that VADA testing with Brooke. Brooke demanded to Errol Spence Jr. to get VADA tested. Otherwise, he was not going to give him that job. He was not going to give him the fight.
Shy away like that. That's no saying something who demanded or not. If anybody shy away, that's when you say, "Oh, the man took the test and he went across waters."
No, I understand, but if you look at Errol Spence's nipples, they're not. Come on,
we're not gonna do that.
No, why are you too rude?
Why are you got screwed by the door? No, we ain't. Not nipples. I got my shirt off. Somebody end up talking about my nipples. We ain't gonna do that.
Nah, brother. We all know that.
I just was on last night. People was talking about
Errol Spence.
We gonna make it real weird. That's what the other channel.
Nah, brother.
That's that weird shit. That's that weird shit.
Put your shirt on.
When a fighter has pimples.
No. When a fighter has pimples all over his back. We don't see Errol Spence with pimples all over his back. That man nipples probably been his nipples since he was. Let's not talk about his nipples. Next we'll be talking about drop your drawers and let's see if you're circumcised. No, thank you,
brother.
You ain't going there.
You're going weird on me, bro.
No, we're not gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there.
Let's not say that Errol
We ain't
Spence.
never gonna talk about no fighter nipples.
Listen,
brother,
he's in body testing.
Errol Spence,
Dude,
Errol Spence,
no, we're not gonna talk about nipples. I can't do that here.
We're not gonna talk about it. I know
that's man's body parts. It's not.
Listen,
bruh, no.
Let me finish my sentence.
No, I can't listen. I can't listen. We're not gonna talk about no nipples.
Well, we're not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna bring it up, but I will bring up this. They were fluctuating. They were fluctuating. They were not puffy versus Cowboy.
How do you know his nipples were fluctuating? Nah, you get
man. Next thing you know.
The pictures. Pictures tell a million words, man. Pictures.
You're trying to say that he had glycomia or whatever. Like he's not.
That's bullshit.
He's not taking aroma.
I don't care
for his
I don't care
testosterone and the estrogen because it's going up. Yeah, I know about steroids, but if you look at Errol Spence. He's not. He might be on something, but I'm not going to say that he is until that it comes out. You can't just do that. Like,
listen, man. Floyd Mayweather messed up the game with this nonsense about extra testing. Everybody should know. If you don't know, you're stupid. That all top athletes take something. I mean, come on, man. This is just dumb. All top athletes more than likely are taking something. Okay, they're not drinking orange juice and fucking water and eating bananas.
I don't believe that. I just
don't
believe that.
That's just my opinion. My opinion.
That's a cop out.
Whether it's legal or not, all athletes are on something. That's it. They just take something.
Yeah, B March laughed. See, B March, we got to get out there because people gonna take this like a joke. B March laughing. He said, "Laughing my ass out." He said, "Dude, nipples fluctuating." Like this, see, we can't go this route. We got to. I want to send a big shout out. Big shout out to I'm gonna go back to Crawford. I'm gonna go back to Spence at the podium. Look,
big shout out to B March. I subscribe to his channel and big shout out to B March. I'm subscribed to his channel. I've always listened to his videos. I might not have time to comment on everybody's channels. But just like all you guys here on the chat, man, I enjoy your guys' content.
Yeah, shout out to Low Place for having us in the hangout, man. Low Place always gives you some good content, for real.
Yeah, he's a diehard.
Even if I disagree with him on this, it don't matter. But I still respect his channel and his.
Shout out to Low Place, but just put a damn shirt on. That's all I say.
Look. Errol Spence went up there and told the absolute truth. Once again, that's the point of the video. He did everything except call him Candy Crush Fighter, a Candy Crush Fighter. You fighting on the app, bro. You letting Bob Arum reduce you to the internet when you're supposed to be some people's pound for pound #1 fighter. And American, you don't have nothing. You're not like, okay, my pound for pound fighter cannot come to America. So he get ostracized a little bit. He gets put. You have nothing in your path. Your hometown loves you, even if you give them nothing to really love. And you sitting here being reduced to the internet for multiple years. Like you talking about, Lomachenko's on the internet. Lomachenko's a Ukrainian. Not many Americans gonna be like, yo, I gotta seek Lomachenko, and he is making a name for himself. I give him that. But at the end of the day, bro, you supposed to be bigger than Lomachenko. You the American. Lomachenko's in his second country finna outdo you because Bob is reducing you to the internet. Google Chrome. He's a Google Chrome fighter.
You're putting too much.
Google Chrome.
Let me debunk Errol Spence's junior call-outs, man, yesterday, man. Let me tell you why. The rules of the WBC says that when a champion becomes a WBC title holder, he has to have 2 mandatory defenses. So why the heck is Errol Spence Jr. trying to jump into Sean Porter's face when he damn well knows Sean Porter has to defend his title 2 times against WBC BATA-tested ranking fighters? It's all talk, man.
You don't know the WBC rule? You don't know WBC rule?
Man, it's all smoke and mirrors.
IBF is a world title. WBC is a world title. You can unify the titles. That's the rules of the WBC. If unification supersede mandatories. You don't have to do those if you're unifying.
But it's already been said. The winner between Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, which is Sean Porter, has to fight 2 mandatory fights. This was said before the fight was fought yesterday. This was days before. So Errol Spence Jr. knows he cannot fight Sean Porter within the next 2 fights. He knows that, but why is he calling him out? If he knows he can't fight him in the next 2 fights, and why is he not going after
WBC president going to tell Errol Spence, "No, I don't want to see you and Porter fight"? Yeah, right.
No, you know, no.
Yeah, I don't want to fill out Barclays Center. I don't want to fill out Barclays Center. Come on, dog.
Suleiman told this to Errol Spence Jr. You refuse to give VADA testing, you cannot participate in WBC.
All they got to do is do VADA testing. Why would he do VADA testing and he can't be ranked by the WBC? All they got to do is fight one fight and do VADA testing.
No, that's not the point.
WBC champion, and when he's the WBC champion, he'll do all the VADA testing you want him to do.
But he won't. And they should get rid of all that VADA testing.
Nah. See, you tripping.
Let me just say something.
VADA testing. El Dude's just making a point that doesn't have to be made. Look, nobody has to test for VADA if they're other champions. If you're a WBO champion, why are you talking about you can't be in the WBC?
That's not true because Terence Crawford is enrolled in VADA and he's a WBO champion.
Okay, but is he in the WBC?
If I was a champion. If I was Spence, I'd tell VADA to go fuck themselves.
But you see, if you were a champion, you would just love to be juiced to the gill so you can have advantage.
No, because I already know what they're using this testing for, man. I already know in my opinion, I know what they're using this testing for. Fuck them. No.
But here's the critique
the regular state. Hold on, one more thing. I'll just take the regular state athletic commission test. That's it. Fuck them.
Man, you want some conspiracy theory type thing.
We already saw what Floyd did.
No, I didn't see nothing.
We already saw what Floyd
but here's some facts, though.
Okay,
what did he do?
Here's some facts. That shit. What do you mean what he did? He got caught using illegal IV infusion.
Those were vitamins.
Man,
vitamins.
VADA's good. Errol Spence doing his part. Let's not go to Floyd.
Let me just say something real quick about VADA. When Errol Spence Jr. was ranked in the VADA system, when Errol Spence Jr. was ranked in the WBC, when they announced that they were supposed to do mandatory VADA testing, Errol Spence Jr. vacated the rankings, and as a matter of fact, they even kicked him out because he refused to do the VADA testing. That's why
he was fighting Kell Brook. What you act like you don't know timelines,
brother. You see, I know he fought Kell Brook, but he was mandatory.
So why is he gonna worry about the WBC ratings where he was not the mandatory? You're the mandatory.
Listen, he had a choice. He could have stayed on the WBC ranking and fought Keith Thurman for the WBC world title. But he decided to fight.
He didn't. He was never Keith Thurman's mandatory. Never.
I said he could have fought for that mandatory for Keith Thurman because it was Danny Garcia who was the mandatory for Keith Thurman, and it was Sean Porter underneath Errol Spence Jr. at that particular time.
Errol Spence Jr. was ranked at top 2.
He was ranked.
Hold on. All right. So he made the right decision because he's been a champion how long? And Keith Thurman has never faced the hold on. And Keith Thurman has never faced the WBC mandatory.
But
he made the right decision.
You're cutting me off.
Fight for the mandatory. What are you talking?
You're cutting me off. You don't let me finish my point. My point is Errol Spence Jr. could have fought for the position to fight Keith Thurman. He could have, but he chose to fight a man who was coming off a loss with a broken face, who had moved up 2 weight classes against the monster of the division of the middleweights, right? He chose the easy way out.
Yeah. Oh my God!
He was coming off a loss with a broken face.
So hold on. Once again, he should be waiting on Keith Thurman, who still hasn't faced the mandatory, who has had no interest in fighting Errol Spence.
Wait. He fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. Those are 2 mandatories. What are you talking about?
Damn.
Sean Porter wasn't no mandatory. That was basically a vacant title. Keith Thurman's first defense of his title. Danny Garcia wasn't a mandatory. That was a unification fight. WBC, WB. No, he ain't fought any mandatory. He ain't got no mandatory.
So you're saying that Errol just because Sean Porter was a champion somewhere else, they weren't ranked in the WBC. They weren't ranked in the WBC.
Yeah, they were ranked. They were ranked in the WBC. Yes, they were.
Sean Porter was the IBF champion.
They had to be ranked. They had to be ranked in the WBC to test the VADA.
I mean, no. Wait.
They were VADA tested.
You're wrong. Dude, you're wrong. You're wrong, bro. Chill out. You're wrong. Just chill. Just listen. You're wrong. Sean Porter was not ranked in the WBC when Mayweather was the WBC champion.
Mayweather was a super champion.
Danny was ranked, not Porter.
It doesn't matter what Mayweather was. Sean Porter was not rated in the WBC. He just isn't. But Turbiev isn't rated in the WBC's rating.
You're saying that Sean Porter was never ranked in the WBC when Spence Thurman was there.
I just know when he won the IBF title, he wasn't rated.
When Sean Porter Keith Thurman, when Keith Thurman was the regular champion, Sean Porter and Spence and Danny Garcia were the 3 top contenders to fight Keith Thurman next. They were supposed to fight.
So what do you want them
an
to
elimination?
do? What do you want them to do? Their title shot. What are you talking? What, dude?
No,
You're reaching for the Errol Spence hate that ain't there, bro. You're reaching for it that ain't
he hasn't
there.
been body tested.
Any fighter, yes, he did body testing in his toughest fight. He did it in his toughest fight.
I'm forced to do a body test. The guy is coming off a loss.
Okay, all right, okay. So you be telling me you be giving. All right, so this is what you're saying. Hold on. This is where we're gonna end this one right here.
I'm supposed to respect Errol Spence.
Hey, dude, this is where we're gonna end this one. Look. So you don't like Spence's resume, right? You don't like it, right?
Nope.
Okay. So if he did VADA testing versus Lamont Peterson, you would be on a different level. Like, yeah, this is what's up. No, you're just searching and reaching. You're just searching and reaching. No, if he did VADA testing, hold on, because we gotta quit hating on fighters.
Hey,
we just gotta quit hating.
Peterson was caught juicing too. Peterson was caught juicing too. So it's not like Algieri win gets no better for you if you say, "Oh, Errol Spence did VADA." You like
coming off a loss from Khan, coming off a loss from Pacquiao. Come on,
you're acting like Errol Spence did VADA in these low level fights, and then when it came to a big fight, he was like, "No, you can't have my blood. No, you can't have my blood."
With all due respect, but you're acting like Spence is the god, man.
I didn't say nobody's the guy. I'm just saying you're hating for nothing.
L Dude is making a point, man. All of Spence's best wins are guys coming off of a loss. Or have been knocked.
Okay, all right. What guy? Now answer this question. What guy coming off good wins has wanted to fight him? See, that's where you get stumped. See?
What was that again?
What guys coming off great wins has wanted to fight Errol Spence?
That's where you Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford.
No, Terence, the man across the street on Candy Crush out. They just signed to the Candy Crush out.
Terence Crawford said, "I want to fight him."
Yeah, as soon as he signed to the Candy Crush app, he announced the cherry pick. Yeah. Terence Crawford got 3 fights away from he getting the Danny Garcia.
Spence, you got to go to his.
Terence Crawford is 3 fights away from a bunch of Danny Garcia cherries. Okay, that's what he's away from.
Well, let me say something, brother. Al Heyman is willing to make fights with any promoter, and he's done it, and he proved it. Right? Yep. Errol Spence Jr. does not call shots. He has no right to say, "Oh, you're fighting in that promotional company. I'm fighting here. You have to go over there. I have to come over here." He has no right because he doesn't call his own shots. It's Al Heyman, the premier boxing champions, who makes deals with other promoters to unify these fighters so they can fight for the fans. Why is Errol Spence Jr. saying, "I'm not going over here," making excuses? It's all excuses.
Yep.
Yeah. He made the excuse to sign his signature. Errol Spence made the excuse of signing his signature to a network called Candy Crush out.
Low place.
Yeah. Crazy.
Low place, or anybody could answer this. Josh or L Dude. Didn't Errol Spence say, I'm not signed to no promoter?
Yep.
So this is I can fight whoever I want to fight.
He did.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Listen. If he wanted that Terence Crawford fight, he'd be like, "Oh, Al, you need to talk to Bob right now. Get me that fight. This is an easy win. Okay, this is an easy win for me. All right, I make this fight happen. We could make a deal. Boxing deals get done all the time. Okay, let's make this happen. Let me go in there and spark out Candy Crush, like you like to call them.
Yep.
Okay.
And let me ask something real quick.
It shouldn't be a problem. It should not be a problem for Errol Spence, who's not promoted by anyone.
And just to add to that, brother, Mikey Garcia is now a premier boxing champion. Lomachenko is a top-ranked fighter, and Bob Arum keeps insisting that Mikey Garcia should fight Lomachenko next. So he's trying to make a deal with Al Heyman and the premier boxing champion. They're trying to make that deal.
So he doesn't send the deal. He doesn't send the deal, and he tells you what's next, which is Pedraza, Lomachenko, and he also tells you Crawford versus Benavidez. All of this talk.
Brother, but there's a big difference. There's a big difference.
BBC Spence is fighting Ocampo.
I wonder why this is. Why is this always? BBC needs to give this. PBC needs. He fought is mandatory. Everyone does that. PBC needs to give. PBC needs to give ESPN this. They need to give HBO this. No, if it ain't for PBC, we ain't getting good boxing early. How about you give something to PBC and you become on the network where we're actually getting something from boxing in the States?
Why do I have to?
Other than
why
that,
do I have to side with you?
other than that, how about you send Errol Spence the damn contract and you put the zeros on it that he won't, or you shut up about Terence Crawford in the Candy Crush app? Because at the end of the day, your guy is on the side of the street where he isn't the most credible welterweight in the division, and he's in the street alone. Sean Porter's more credible because they got welterweight victories. Errol Spence is more credible. Keith Thurman is more credible. Hell, Danny Garcia has a question if he's more credible than Terence Crawford. Why? Because he actually fought people and was competitive with them. Well, we ain't seen Terence Crawford do shit at welterweight.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
We giving him all the man. We pulling his hand. Hold on. You pulling Terence Crawford hand. You pulling Terence Crawford hand to come do this. Come do that. You know what Terence Crawford did? Yanked his hand away from you, grabbed the pen, and signed with the Candy Crush. So stop telling me that Terence Crawford is the shot caller when he don't offer maximum credit at the weight like Keith Thurman, Sean Porter do. He don't offer that.
Just like recognize.
No, he's not the shot caller.
Spence is not the shot caller either, man. He's supposed
his side is the shot caller.
He's
his side got 3 more. What didn't you just hear?
Sean
Porter. Okay, all right. Who has a better welterweight win, Sean Porter or
Terence Crawford? You're not understanding this. He's his own promoter, so he can.
No. We're not talking promoter.
Let's go.
We're talking about maximum credit as fighters. Who has the better welterweight win, Sean Porter or Terence Crawford?
I mean, didn't Terence Crawford just move up a division?
That's a tough one, brother. That's a tough one.
You're trying to avoid the question. Who has the better win and the more competitive fights at welterweight, Terence Crawford or Sean Porter?
Well, Sean Porter's been there longer, man.
Right, now let's do it again. Who has? Let me answer
that, brother. Let me answer that.
No. Hold on. You answered it. You named it. It's a simple question. I'm not making it hard at all.
Okay.
Keith Thurman, who has the welterweight win and more competitive fights at welterweight? Keith Thurman or Terence Crawford?
When it comes to resumes, Spence at welterweight has the weakest resume at welterweight.
Once again,
I agree, Josh.
Once again, would not beat Errol Spence. I mean, he would not beat Errol Spence or Kell Brook. So we're gonna go again. We don't
know that though. That's an opinion.
You're speaking hypothetically.
You can't even make the weight. Yeah, you mean to tell me Jeff Horn, who came in at 148, 140 this, and finally 147, drained this shit. Drained as all get out. Can't fight before rounds. Is gonna take Kell Brook.
He beat Pacquiao, brother.
He's saying Jeff Horn.
See, once again, you're not listening. Pacquiao, he made weight. He ain't supposed to be at welterweight. So how many fights in a row has Jeff Horn had weight issues, El Dude? How many fights in a row has Jeff Horn had weight issues?
What about Brook? Brook has been complaining about weight issues.
Has he been so you're taking a complaint. You're taking a complaint of a guy making a weight, and you're comparing it to a guy actually having to step on the scale multiple times, 2 fights in a row, actually not looking good in the fight. Jeff Horn was drained by the 4th round. He couldn't fight no more. He was done.
That's his problem, but he beat Manny Pacquiao.
Exactly.
Yeah. He beat Manny Pacquiao, and you gave him credit for
Pacquiao in the scheme of things in this division. Don't act like you said he was going to beat him. I told you he was going to beat him. I know what he did. I know his limitations. But Jeff Horn in the scheme of things at the top of welterweight, just like Manny Pacquiao at the top of welterweight, ain't shit. Just be honest.
I seriously think Manny Pacquiao can beat Errol Spence Jr. right now.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
That's my opinion. It's just an opinion.
Yeah, that's why. What
was that? What was that, Eldu? What was that, Eldu? What was that, Eldu?
I said we all have opinions, but the facts are the facts. Horn beat Pacquiao, and I believe that Pac could beat Spence. That's just my opinion. But the facts are the facts. Horn beat Pacquiao. That's a fact. But my opinion is that Pac could beat Spence. There's a difference between facts and opinions.
So I hope I don't never have to see that fight. I don't need to see Manny get beat up.
Yeah, Manny will get stopped in that fight, man.
I disagree with that. If Manny wants to fight, and if he gets beat up, I'm cool with that.
But Manny doesn't want to fight. Manny doesn't want to fight any of these top welterweights. Let's be real. They've already called them out.
This is just El Dude's way of throwing out. I see what it is. El Dude's way of throwing out like I can pull this on Spence because the pants ain't never gonna go around the waist. You know, like the pants ain't never gonna come on. So what's the point if they actually flooding or
Bro,
don't
like I
fit
said,
around
like
the
I said
waist?
at the beginning,
You know, Pacquiao's never going to fight Spence, so you throw it out there like I think he can beat him. Like that's classic. That's classic.
Bro,
I don't know if they're never going to.
You're putting words in my mouth because I said I respect Spence. I like his style. The only two critiques that I have is that he was kicked out of the VADA testing because he refused to join, and the second one, he's not battle tested when it comes to an elite brawler. Those are my two critiques. What's wrong with that?
He's never fought a puncher either. Let's be real. Lamont Peterson is not a puncher. Couldn't even knock out Amir Khan. So let's be real. He's never fought a puncher. I mean,
who never fought a puncher? Who never fought a puncher?
Earl Spence. He's never fought a puncher.
Okay. He's not battle tested.
Kell Brook can't punch.
He's never fought a puncher. He's never fought a mover.
Alrighty. I listen to these arguments and just look. Well, he gonna fight a battle tested Sean Porter in the first of 2019. Let's see how much credit you give him then. Let's see if he knocks him out, and let's say he knocks him out in 6 rounds. I'm gonna bring this video back and I'm gonna say, hey, are you impressed? Nope, you're gonna have something else. That's why it's not good. That's why I don't hate on fighters. I hate on situations. If I don't like something from you, I'm gonna tell you. But overall, as I just can't do it, bro.
So, but you're putting words in my mouth, Lopez. I just for the third time, let me just say that I don't hate Errol Spence Jr. I just critique the fact that he's not battle tested, nor does he that in the past he was kicked off from the VADA test. Those are only two critiques. Where's the hate?
Fighting Kell Brook. Going across the water fighting Kell Brook is not battle tested.
Fighting next.
But he was coming off a loss with a broken face, brother. That's why I say I cannot give him the prestige.
So when did Terence Crawford become battle tested to you? When did Terence Crawford become battle tested?
When he beat Breedis Prescott on a 2 weeks notice, the guy that knocked out Amir Khan, when he just beat him on a 2 weeks notice, that was, to me, was his first notable win to me, because nobody knew who the fuck Terence Crawford was, and he beats this guy on a 2 weeks notice.
Here's my rankings in the welterweight division, just to answer low place. I still think
no, don't tell me the rankings. Tell me when Terence Crawford became battle tested to you.
It's the same thing. Who's the most battle tested of them all? I should say
Thurman,
right? Yeah, Thurman, exactly. Yeah. And then from below him is Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, obviously. Yep. And below him, I would put Terence Crawford, and under Terence Crawford, I would put
the guy that battle tested Keith Thurman went and got beat.
No, but all of Spence's beat Sean Porter have been beaten before fighting him. Some even knocked out.
Oh my god! The guy that beat Sean Porter, the guy
Keith
that
Thurman
beat
is battle tested. Keith Thurman was battle tested by Soto Coraz when he was a monster at that division.
Exactly.
Diego Chavez was a monster at that division. Right?
I don't know about a monster. You overdoing it, bro.
There were monsters at the welterweight division, brother. At that time,
you really didn't know who he was until you fought Keith Thurman. So
at that time, didn't Soto Coraz and Diego Chavez rock Keith Thurman?
Yes, they did. That's not a testament to them. That's a testament to where he was in his career. They are not that guy. They weren't then, and they aren't now.
That explains it. You don't give Keith Thurman credit for shit.
I give him credit. I like Keith Thurman. I like all fighters that do something.
But you're not giving him credit for fighting Soto Caraz, Diego Chavez, Robert Guerrero.
That guy. I'm telling you, Diego Chavez isn't that guy. I'm just telling you, they're not that guy.
He was a monster. He wasn't the champion. He wasn't the best. He was a monster in that division. At that time,
6 fights back to back. This dude fought fucking Julio Diaz, Leonard Bundu, Robert Guerrero, Luis Collazo, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, all back to back. Who has Errol Spence fought that wasn't knocked the fuck out before fighting him, got their face broken, and coming off a loss? Can you tell me that? You go.
And once again, I ask you, who coming off a big win has wanted to fight Errol Spence, except for Sean Porter now? Except for Sean Porter. Congratulations, Sean Porter. You're gonna stop all this nonsense finally. And the next thing they're gonna do is say, but Sean Porter lost to Kell Brook. So how really? And then he already beat Kell Brook. and then the next thing they're gonna do. Hold on, we gonna go ahead and play it out. Then the next thing you're gonna do. Oh, he lost to Keith Thurman too. So that ain't even a good win. And then Garcia really ain't all that. Like you got to stop at some point. Bro, you got to stop it at some point.
Spence Jr., Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman all have something in common. They do not call their own shots. They are run by the PBC and Al Heyman.
Facts.
Okay, and I'm glad they all running together because Lord, we can get them compared.
But why do I give a damn? Why Why you think that? Danny
I'm
Garcia,
getting
Sean
fights.
Porter, and
I
Keith
just
Thurman
got
fought each
Porter
other.
Garcia. I just got Porter Garcia. Okay, I don't care if they're not calling shots, as long as they're in a big ass pocket together and they can at least get to the gun every now and then. Hey, I'm fine with that, bro.
But you can't critique Danny Garcia nor Keith Thurman or Sean Porter because they fought each other.
Great. I ain't critique. Why would I critique that? I'm proud. I watched.
Until we see a flyer,
Danny Garcia is a more credible welterweight than Terence Crawford, in my opinion. He's done fought He's fought Keith Thurman close, Porter close. I'm not hating, but he got to find a way to win some fights. Because some people are not going to look at it that way. But to me,
I think it's Angel Garcia who's starting to mess up the career of Danny Garcia. Because if you go back to the fight with Sean Porter, those first rounds, Danny Garcia was timing him, blocking him. He was hurting Sean Porter. He was breaking him down. But he did three things very wrong. He didn't go for the kill. He was breaking him down, but he never followed it up. And the second thing he did very, very wrong is that he stayed in the center of the ring too long. He didn't want to fight in the corner. He didn't want to fight close to the ropes. And that gave Sean Porter all the room to run around, to look pretty, to come in, do all the shoe shiny shit. And the third biggest mistake that Danny Garcia did was starting to argue with his father in the corner. His grandfather was saying, throw the damn right. And Danny was like, I'm trying.
Oh, dude, after watching that fight, Danny was never going to beat Sean Porter, man. After watching that fight, Danny plants his feet way too much for somebody like Sean Porter, who just has broken rhythm, hut, blue 42, fucking tackle you movements. Like he's playing football in there. And Danny's trying to plant his feet so he can land a nice shot.
Sean Porter might be Errol Spence. Sean Porter might be Errol Spence.
I agree.
I actually think he roughed Terence Crawford up too. I think he do Terence Crawford just like he.
I got Spence beating him. I think Spence actually drops him too, but it could happen.
Those are great fights, man. Those will be great fights. But the problem is back to the beginning. Sean Porter has 2 mandatory fights. He cannot fight Errol Spence Jr. within his next 2 fights. So that ain't gonna be.
Look at the rules, man. They can supersede, man. You're just hoping it doesn't happen. Okay,
no, I want to see. I just said
I've heard you enough. I've heard you enough on Errol Spence. I understand what it is.
I just said Errol Spence could beat Sean Porter. I said I don't know,
but I understand you personally.
You said Sean Porter could beat.
Don't want to see. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here,
bro. You're putting words in my mouth. You just said.
I'm going to be honest. You would prefer to never see Errol Spence rack up 2 titles, 3 titles, and none of that, right or wrong?
Why? You're wrong. Why would I say that? When did I say that? If I just said I like his style, I like how he fights, but my only critique is that he's not battle tested. And you said Sean Porter could beat him, and I said no, I disagree.
So what do you want the WBC to do? What do you want the WBC to do? Do you want them to say no, you have to fight the mandatories, or you can fight Errol Spence? Which one do you want them to do?
No, I know what's going to happen with the WBC.
Which one do you want them to do? Which one do you want them to do?
It's not what I want, brother. It's what's going to happen.
I'm just asking you, which one do you want them to do?
What I want who to do? Sean Porter or Keith Thurman?
The WBC. Do you want them to give Errol Spence the title shot, or do you want them to make him fight the mandatories?
Of course, I want him to fight Sean Porter, but it's not going to happen because there's a system with VADA. There's 2 rules with WBC rankings fighting 2 mandatories. Spence is not going to get Sean Porter within those next 2 fights. That's all I'm saying. What's wrong with that? It's just the facts.
Nah, it's easily done. That's Al Heyman, WBC, easy work. Easy work.
Yeah,
but here's the problem, bro. VADA tested Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia. They all fought each other, which is something that Errol Spence Jr. is not participating. Yeah, and those are facts. Those are facts, brother. You can't deny the facts. And when you have Sean Porter fighting 2 mandatories, this is what happens.
I commend, and I agree with El Dude, but I commend Errol Spence Jr. for telling VADA, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But it's shady, though.
Yeah, man. But he's not going to get a shot unless he enrolls. So, I mean, who really loses in that situation? I'd say Errol Spence loses.
Yeah, but he's saying.
I mean, listen, if he does it eventually.
You guys are talking of speculation, man. Like you're talking about, like what's going on. The bottom line is they don't fight, and they're gonna work out how they're gonna do it, and all that drug testing is sidelined. Like break down the fight. Like you say they ain't fighting no one, but they're gonna fight each other. And the unification and Keith Thurman, as soon as he had his fight, he ducked out. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Like look what's there. You said Errol Spence is battle tested. Like he wants to fight the best. He went to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman go get a belt. he gets a belt. Then what does he do? He retires himself. Then who else is there?
No, he got an operation.
We could say the same thing about Errol Spence. Errol Spence tells Terence Crawford, "Oh, move up, get a belt, and then I'll come and."
Here we go with this incredible. What is this credible? Hold on. If he whooped the shit out of Terence Crawford at 147,
I'm just saying.
If he whooped the shit out of Terence, no, we gonna go here. If he whooped the dog shit out of Terence Crawford tomorrow at 147, you know what you say? Terence Crawford wasn't even proven at 147. And he was just a guy at 35. You won't.
Anybody who beats Terence Crawford is going to get credibility like a motherfucker.
What has he done? What has he done?
You know what he's done? Like no one. Come on, man. Like real talk. Look at Errol Spence when he came over to England and beat. Hold on a minute. Yeah? And you're saying, right? This guy Kell Brook rocked Triple G. I went up weight and came back
and got his face broken.
Yeah. Yes. Hold up. He was winning the fight though. So what are you talking?
No, he winning the fight. Shit.
No, he
wasn't. He was winning the fight with his face getting broken. When his face get broken? What are you talking about? Like what? He got his face broken in the second or first round, man. What you talking about?
Like what you talking about? Right? He was up on the scorecards for at least about 5 rounds.
Yeah, because they were at
your brethren Kell Brook was getting his ass whipped. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, obviously you don't know about boxing, so the dude came out of his comfort zone.
I don't know about boxing, but you do.
Well, if you know about that, then he came out of his comfort zone, came to another man's country, and risked everything on the line, judges, everything, and
I'll give him credit. I don't know.
You say he's not battle tested.
I give him credit.
You got dudes over there. Don't even come out your country, and you're talking about this dude here. The dude's Olympian. He's been all around the world, and he's tested. He gave Mayweather that work. Mayweather admitted it, in sparring. He gave Broner that work in sparring.
Jeff Horn's an Olympian.
People don't want to fight him, right? Even Keith Thurman said, get a belt first. He got a belt. Then Keith Thurman kind of semi-retired and just watching to see what happens. He's going to fight Sean Porter. Well, I mean, what more do you want? Like, you're just out here hating, making
the argument was who had a better resume.
That's all we're talking. You can't.
To me, right now, Terence Crawford has a better resume than Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence actually beats him. I think he beats him.
EJ,
that's a good question.
EJ, you're putting a lot into the fact that Spence went overseas and got a belt. But when I say Ndongo did that twice, you guys are like, "Oh, that doesn't matter."
Ask me the question, though. You don't ask me directly. So that's a great accomplishment. I'm not going to knock down like these guys are compliment. Both of them are great fighters. Like why can't these people are great fighters? Why is one over the other? Crawford's a great fighter, and so is Errol Spence.
Crawford went overseas and won a title.
That
too. I know he did. He beat Burns. Yeah, and what? And so did fucking Errol Spence. And what? And so did fucking Bradley. And Bradley, you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, you guys in America ain't got no. You guys don't even give credit to your champions. Like, you'll disrespect your champions every minute for no reason but for the sake of just hating. There's no reason to hate on these dudes. The bottom line is Errol Spence came into the ring.
Who's hating? See, that's the problem with bad boys, though, man.
Who's hating?
I hate on Errol Spence.
So why? Because I'm not saying
I can't hear nobody.
No, let him answer.
You can't hate on the dude, though. Like, and the dude.
Hating why? What's hate to you?
What you mean? Why do you have to explain hate?
L do what you do is you question everything.
We got another school, like we got elementary school here. You know what hate is?
I just said.
You know what hate is?
Brother, let me.
Hold on, man. Somebody. I can't hear nobody. Somebody got a one at a time. Shit, I can't hear nobody.
Stupid questions because you understand it. Understand boxing.
Don't yell, brother. Relax. Don't yell.
Yeah, don't tell me to relax, though. Like, okay,
go, EJ. Just go, EJ.
I can't understand what he's saying.
Like, you trying to,
just let him go. Hold on, L dude. Just let him go. Let him say what he got to say.
All you know is dude just came across these. End of the day, they went in the ring. Yeah, he challenged him, and in the post press conference, Sean Porter and his dad, they accepted the challenge. And they said the only reason it won't happen will be because of the WBC. But he goes, regardless of the WBC and whatever's happening, we're still going to make the fight with Errol Spence. So even if they have to y'all can let me finish though. Like, even if they have to vacate the belt, WBC, they'll fight, they're still going to fight. For Errol Spence.
That's whack. Make them fight for both belts.
Bottom line, hold up. whole point was you trying to say he don't want to fight and he ain't been tested. I'm trying to say, regardless of the belts don't mean shit, bro. When it's all said and done, you look back at people's career, you look at fights and all that shit. That's all you look. That's all you care as a fight fan.
Okay, well,
that's all you care about. You don't sit back and say, "Oh, this fight for the WBC and this fight." You don't do that. You just don't do that. When you go watch fight history, you go white. You don't do that. You go white.
Relax, brother.
Why is this guy trying to tell people? Why is this guy trying to tell people how to behave? And he's out here
don't let
lying.
nobody speak.
Yo, well, why you talking? Why you
EJ, go ahead.
Let me answer back.
EJ, go next.
I ain't finished.
EJ, finish. EJ, finish. There you go next. Go ahead, finish. I got it.
I'm done. Go ahead. Good. I'm done.
All right. Recognize. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, okay, look. What I'm saying is,
Recognize. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me? You hear me?
What the fuck is wrong with his microphone?
You hear
Recognize.
me? You hear me?
Go ahead.
All right. What I would say is this. Look, if he's gonna fight Sean Porter, I would like it to be for the WBC and what is it, the IBF, right? That Errol Spence have. I would like it to be both belts, right? If they don't fight for both belts, as long as they fight, I'm cool with it. I don't care about drug testing. I don't. That's my stance on it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I think it's bullshit. I commend Errol Spence for not taking VADA, right? Whether he's cheating or not, I don't give a fuck. My whole thing is this. Errol Spence Jr. has a chance by fighting a guy like Sean Porter to cement himself as a pound-for-pound fighter. Just like that, right? He beats him. He goes in there and he beats Sean Porter, which I think he will. A well-tested, a well-battle-tested, and mostly victorious welterweight fighter. So until that fight happens, in my opinion, Terence Crawford has the better resume overall as a boxing career. I still think that if they were to fight today, tomorrow, next fight, I got Errol Spence beating Terence Crawford. That has nothing to do with me thinking somebody has a better resume. Has nothing to do with who I think will win in the ring. And that's all I gotta say.
El Dude, hold on. Let me unmute El Dude. Y'all going too hard, man. Oh shit. Mute the wrong person. All right, El Dude, go ahead.
Okay, all I'm saying is why you gotta call someone a hater when he specifically said two things. I question the fact that he was kicked out of the VADA years ago. He never got enrolled, and now he was kicked out by Suleiman. That's just one simple fact, right? I'm not calling him the N-word. I'm not saying he's a piece of shit, right? I just said one critique there. The second critique is that his resume is not as in par with Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia. Now, where's the hate to that? Now, here's the third part. Loplay said he believes Sean Porter could defeat Errol Spence. I said, no, I disagree. I think Errol Spence could defeat Sean Porter. Now, where's the hate? Now, you got these families saying, you hate on your fighters, you hate on this and guy. All I'm asking is, where is the hate?
I'm gonna tell you. I believe I can tell you that when it comes to him getting fights, when it comes to Sean Porter finally stepping up, and you like, oh shit, it's coming. He's gonna deserve some credit. The way you're gonna take back credit, say, I already thought he can beat him, so it's not that big of a deal. It sounds like.
What do you mean? What do you mean, bro?
You finish.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what
you
you're talking about.
speculate everything about something. You're talking about a fact that this man is the IBF champion, and you're questioning why he isn't doing what a WBC champion or a WBC ranked guy has to do. He fought for dude, you're interrupting. He fought for the IBF. No, he fought for the IBF title. That's why he's not, and he did VADA in that test. And once again, this point is so moot. It's just a moot point.
But you're forgetting the
guy did VADA in his hardest fight. You're acting like he did VADA all the way up into the Kell Brook fight and say, you know what? I need PEDs to beat this guy. No, in his toughest fight,
I never said that.
Saw him in his toughest fight.
You keep putting words in my mouth. I said that I cannot give Kell Brook the credibility for defeating a man who went up 2 weight classes, got his face broken, came back down off a loss, and was forced to fight mandatory.
Okay. That's your perspective. That's you trying to say. That's you trying. No. You're acting like Errol Spence lit the fire under his ass and said, hurry up and go up there. Errol Spence was chasing him way before that. He didn't want to fight him. He was refusing to fight his mandatory. He was looking for ways out. When people was telling him, no, quit fucking around.
Those are facts. He fought these guys in division. Those are facts.
All right. And if you supported Triple G versus Kell Brook in any way,
What
You
does
don't
Sean
have no
Brooke
right
and
to sit
GG
up
have
here
anything
and
to do with
ask
Spence?
why. If
Why-
you
why-
supported that in any way, if you went on any channel and said, "Hey, I'm buying that. Golovkin deserves that opponent," and you took some from Errol Spence that could have got a maximum credit, then you have no reason to sit up here and question the hate.
Again, you're putting words in my mouth because I never said that. But you're putting words in my mouth because I never said that.
I'm just saying what you already inferred to.
You're a
That's
copy
all
now, brother. You're a copy now. You said Sean Porter could defeat Errol Spence Jr. I said no. Sean Porter could get his butt whooped by Errol Spence Jr.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Those are top two welterweights.
No, but you're saying that I'm giving Sean Porter. You're saying I'm giving Sean Porter more credibility.
He's gonna have to do VADA that test. You know, he's gonna have to do VADA that fight. So this VADA stuff that you see, you're beating your own points. You're beating your own points.
You're stepping on your own 2 feet.
You're saying why? Because I let you finish and you've been jumping in. So hold on. I'm gonna tell you why you're beating your own points, right? You're beating your own points because you're saying I don't give him credit because he's not VADA tested. But then you're saying, okay, he definitely will beat Sean Porter, even if he's VADA tested, right? Because he'd have to be VADA tested with the WBC. You don't even believe what you're saying. It's obvious you do not like the dude. It's obvious. But at the end of the day, it really ain't gonna matter. You're gonna see Sean Porter when he whoops him. If he doesn't, if he does, you're gonna have another question. It gets old. That's all.
We do that.
Go ahead, unbiased boxing talk. You ain't been in on it.
All right. So I mean, with me, I think VADA. He should take VADA. I think he should take VADA if he wants the WBC belt because that's what their sanctioning body does. I mean, he, like you said, though, he wasn't his toughest fight, and he did take VADA then. I think VADA is better than USADA because USADA is a scheduled. It's like a scheduled test, so the fighters pretty much know when they're coming, kind of thing. So, I mean, I think that VADA is important if that's the path that he chooses, and he should probably enroll now if he is actually getting the fight with Sean Porter, which is still up to debate because nothing's finalized yet. Like El Du said, he has 2 mandatories that he has to take care of. I know that you think that it can. Unification's trumpet, but it's WBC is very serious about the 2 mandatory. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. And I think that, I don't hate Spence at all. Like, I don't hate him at all. I think Crawford beats him. That's all I'm saying. And Spence is a great fighter. You know what I mean? I think Spence beats, I think he beats Porter. I don't know if he beats Thurman, but I think he can beat Porter though. So, I mean, like I said, he's not a bad fighter. I just think at that top level, he has more to prove. I mean, beaten fighters that are coming off of a loss really doesn't prove too much to me personally, in my opinion. But I mean, I think he has the talent and skill to beat a lot of these top guys at welterweight, and even maybe some guys at 154 too. So, I mean, there just needs to be more to see when it comes to Spence. That's all. For me.
No, and I agree with you, brother. Just the only thing is that when you critique anything on Errol Spence Jr., his fanboys call you a hater. They put words in your mouth.
Fanboys. Dude, he doesn't have fanboys. He has critics like you. He doesn't have any fanboys.
Spence has fanboys.
Why would you call a man who critiques 2 facts a hater and put words in his mouth?
Because they're not facts that's relevant to anything. It's like, he wore shoes in the ring. That makes him faster. Brother, I just broke it down to you. I just broke it down to you. You are questioning the VADA thing. You are questioning the VADA thing when the man took VADA in his biggest fight. You are now saying the guy. You are now saying the guy that he would have to do VADA testing for.
Can I ask you a question?
Easily beat him.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you one question?
And then we gonna get EJ in on it. Go.
Did VADA and WBC ever kick out Errol Spence Jr. for not enrolling?
Yes, why he was the mandatory to the IBF. Yes, they did.
That's
mandatory. And his next fight was the IBF title fight.
You're a hater because you're saying you got kicked out.
It's a pointless fact, bro. It's a pointless fact.
It's a fact.
Like when you yes, it may be. Does it point to that you don't want the man to get an IBF title shot and stay in the WBC rankings?
I never said that.
Once again, you're putting words in my mouth. Why is the fact the point? Like you do this a lot. I've noticed this on other hangouts. Why is the point? Why is the fact even a point worth being made? It's not. If it's irrelevant.
Okay, let me answer. This is my point, and you're not getting my point. My point is that you're calling me a hater for saying 2 pointless critiques.
Yes.
Why are you calling me a hater? Because you're calling me a hater for that.
Has a point. If something it's like you have a girlfriend and you argue with her for no reason.
You just answered your own question.
Eldu, it seems like you have a girlfriend and you argue for no reason. You know, everything's an argument. You can't never just be cool. That's what you're doing.
What am I arguing about?
Bro, it's pointless.
If I said he could,
pointless.
Brother, let me tell you something.
You think, girl, all them pants are too curvy. She's
when
covered.
Did I say about pants? When?
Come on, bro.
When
when did
I see you putting words in my mouth?
All right, let EJ in on this.
That's what the Errol Spence Jr. fanboys do.
One minute. All right, so let's go back here. You said Errol Dude directed at Errol Dude, yeah. So you're saying that you're saying that Errol Spence, yeah, should have like stayed in the WBC and waited patiently because they're doing drug testing. The IBF one is not Australian, and he should have waited for his title shot because it would make you happy. Like he went for the best option. His team makes it the option, right? I'm getting the feedback somewhere. I'm getting some echo back here, so someone needs to mute. All right, so
I never said that.
You did say that.
Dude, you gotta wait, man. You caused this. You brought this on yourself.
You said you would have preferred them to wait around in the WBC sanctioning body, right? To make sure they have the stringent testers. Yeah.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He just keeps mentioning that
to get his shot at Furman rather than to go against Kell Brook. That's that because it was a.
He didn't say that, EJ. He didn't say that. What he's saying is that it's a fact that he just dropped out of VADA. That's all he's saying. But it's a pointless fact. It's like
but he was saying he's saying he'd prefer him to stay in the WBC ranking, right? And to go that route against a better champion. Wasn't that said?
I never said that.
Okay, all right. That wasn't
no. He's just questioning it. He's just giving a fact that's pointless. That he went for a title shot that didn't include mandatory VADA testing, but he did voluntary VADA testing.
Brother, my only point was
that
you
was
cannot
his
call me a
critique.
hater for just
critiquing
3 points.
That's
It's hate. If you had valid points, if you came on here and said this, Errol Spence is on a network where he has nobody to fight. And he is signed to that network for 5 years.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, I'm just saying if you said this, I would not call you a hater. Listen to me. Listen, I'm agreeing with you. Listen to me. If you came on here and said Errol Spence signed to a network that he only has no options on, and he has to be there 5 years, and everybody else is in France fighting the hardest fights of their life, I would agree with you and say Errol Spence need to do something with his life, and you should bring that up all the time. But if you're going to tell me that a moot point, a point that has nothing to do with the career of Errol Spence today, tomorrow, now,
everything to do with it.
How does missing a VADA test? Okay, how does not doing a VADA test for the WBC when you're fighting for the IBF and doing VADA testing for that fight has anything to do with his career?
Because I said, how can you call a man a hater who believes he could defeat other fighters, but his only 2 critiques is that his resume is not up to par with the rest of the fighters.
How many fights does Errol Spence have?
Bro, that's been against who?
No. Do you know? I'm not asking you to show you up. I don't know. Do you know how many he has?
What are you talking about? Championship fights?
Yeah. No. How many fights does he have? Like 23, 25? Do anybody know?
23. Yes, he's 23 and over 20 knockouts. You talking about?
I don't have the internet on my hand.
Okay, so likely he has under 30 fights. It's not too many guys under 30 fights, under 30 years old that have great resumes today. They're building
24 fights.
24 fights, and they're building a resume. Okay. In less than 20, he was a champion in 22 fights. He was a champion, a titleist in 22 fights. That took a belt from a reputable champion.
I could say Canelo's younger than Errol Spence Jr. That's a fact.
Lomachenko.
That's great. Canelo got every fight he wanted too. So
what is that?
Boxing is not the NBA. Boxing is not the NBA. You don't have a set schedule. Canelo almost had a set schedule where he got every. You know, the only fight that Canelo wanted that he never got was Victor Ortiz. Every other fight he's ever wanted is landed in his hand.
Hey, Thurman became a champion in 20 fights, bro.
No, there was a point where Canelo was being controlled. Just recently, a few years back, he's been the A side.
Nah, Canelo was only B-side to Floyd Mayweather, and basically Cotto big dogged him. Big deal. You've made any fight you've wanted, you've basically made. He can't go through and say the reason my resume doesn't have Jarrett Hurd on it is because Jarrett Hurd didn't want to fight me. He can't say that.
So let me ask you this. VADA is an important thing that is mandated by the WBC. Sean Porter is now the WBC welterweight champion. You say it's a pointless fact that at one point Errol Spence Jr. was kicked out of that particular ranking because you admitted to that, right? So me bringing up that simple fact, you're calling me a hater.
Because he wasn't fighting for the title. Okay, so you believe Errol Spence stepped in the ring last night, knowing about VADA, knowing about all that, with intentions to not do VADA testing. Do you believe that? Yes or no?
Yes, because he knows about the two mandatory.
Okay, but he's already did VADA before. But you're not a hater. You know, you're not a guy looking at the negative.
You're going around the circles. Bro.
Has he already? Yes or no? Has he already done VADA testing before? Yes or no?
Of course he did.
Okay, when he did VADA testing, did he pop dirty? Did he pop dirty? Yes or no?
After he was kicked out, he re-enrolled for the Kell Brook fight because Kell Brook said, "If you want to fight me, we have to do VADA." Right? That was the only way he was able to get that fight. And Kell Brook knew that Errol Spence Jr. wanted that mandatory fight so bad because he was coming up a loss, coming down 2 weight classes with a broken face. That was the only way he said.
Now he only wanted to fight because Kell Brook was hurt, right?
Those are facts, brother. He was the easiest fight.
No, somebody must go. Somebody. This dude had been chasing Kell Brook.
You're a fanboy, man. Come on,
bro. You mean to tell me? Hold on. You mean to tell me that Kell Brook has not been being chased by Errol Spence way before he signed the Golovkin fight? You really gonna tell me that on this show?
I mean, Keith Thurman was chasing Kell Brook too.
That's fine, but he's not insinuating that Keith Thurman is whatever he's insinuating Errol Spence is. That's the only reason we're talking about it. He cannot sit here and tell this lie on the show. If he does, that Errol Spence was not chasing Kell Brook. You mean to tell me he wasn't?
A man who was coming off a loss with
before he even signed to fight Golovkin, Errol Spence was not chasing Kell Brook. Yes or no?
He had no choice because you admitted he was kicked out of WBC. What else was he supposed to do?
No, he didn't kick. He elected to.
Come on.
Somebody.
You just admitted he was kicked out of the WBC. He had no choice.
He elected to go the IBF route before Kell.
You just admitted.
He was the number one guy in the IBF.
He was kicked out. You admitted it.
All right, great. All right, look, somebody. I don't know. This so pointless. Speaking Errol Spence with you, it's pointless, dog. I promise.
You're a fanboy.
No, I'm not a fanboy of any fighter.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm not a fanboy. I'm just a fact. I'm a fact. Whereas you are sort of like pointless.
And I commend.
But you try to tie in something you see. You trying your hardest. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. I don't know what the comment section is saying.
I don't blame Errol Spence for saying.
I don't say nothing like that's what you came in to discuss. But listen, the opinion about the two of you don't really mean anything. At the end of the day, you want to see the great fights? Yes. Are they gonna fight each other?
I just want to see them fight.
What's the problem? What's the problem here? Like, I'm talking about past stuff anyway, like drug testing and whether he's a fanboy. Like, he ain't a fanboy, and you ain't a hater. You know what I mean? And that's that.
No, he is a hater. No, he's a hater. I'm gonna call it. I'm not a Spence fanboy. I would not be like, yo, give my autograph. I take a picture with any fighter. But at the end of the day, I don't think Errol Spence got much personality. I'd rather be around a Tank Davis and laughing. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be around Eddie Hearn than Errol Spence.
Yeah, but he doesn't think he's a
personality. I'm just telling you a guy that's doing it right, and you're trying to convince yourself.
He's gone now.
Yeah.
He's gone now.
I agree with what EJ said.
He's a hater. You know what I mean? I agree with no fanboy. So
L dude's a hater, bro. He's a hater. He's a hater. He's a hater. Yeah. It's legit. It's legit. EJ, I got to give you that award, bro. You's a hater out here. You's an Errol Spence hater. Like, it's not nothing you're saying is coming up to something that amounts to something now. Like, I don't get the point of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God dropped out the WBC rankings because he was about to fight Kell Brook as the mandatory.
Crazy,
and the guy has admitted that Keith Thurman was the WBC champion, still hasn't fought a mandatory today. And not only that, he told me Sean Porter and Danny Garcia were mandatory fights. See, this is the shit right here that made you a hater, because those were not, dog. You just, no. No.
But
no.
Keith
All
Thurman,
right.
I gotta have to agree with you, Low Place. I mean, it did sound like a little bit of hate there. I'm not even gonna lie.
There's salt, man. It's
But
not
then it makes
a little bit of
the
salt.
person defend it. It makes the person defend it look like a fanboy when they actually just like, no, you're not finna say that bullshit. Because I'm not. I'm once again, I tell these fighters and black fighters, white fighters, but I'm saying black fighters today. Seek maximum credit. That's all I ask. I can support any fight. That fight was ugly as shit last night, but it ain't about what was super entertaining to me. I saw punches landed. I saw skill sets. I saw game plans. I know how to respect that. Sean Porter is the man right now.
Hey, but
low place.
I'm about to head out, man. Thanks for having me on your platform.
No problem. I'm gonna stick around longer.
I've
I've been live
too,
2 hours on YouTube. But
place,
shit, I'm gonna stick around longer. I got a timer set and everything. I've been live 2 whole hours, but hey, ain't shit stopping. At the end of the day, Terence Crawford is over there on the Candy Crush Network. What is it? Candy Crush Plus. Somebody gonna end up calling him Terence Candy Crush Crawford because he fight on the app. Bomac can do all the interviews that he want, but he can't deny that a Sean Porter fight is going to eclipse all that. That if Keith Thurman comes back, they're going to eclipse all that. Them people on PBC making it happen. EJ, what you more entertained with? EJ? Terence Crawford or fucking Errol Spence right now?
Oh, right now, boy, listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. Both of them is hot, bro. Like both of their fights are must watch. Like depending on who they're fighting, both of them are must watch. But Errol Spence said it already. He said he's on a different side of the road than I am. So there's no reason why we're gonna fight. Like he's an ESPN fighter. I'm a Fox fighter or Showtime. So there's no reason to go fight. But I'm entertained by both of them. Like both of them are the credit to the sport, and like they're showing you how to get it done, man. Like the thing is, Crawford has put himself into that position. So let's see what Crawford does next now. But listen, if Errol Spence fights Porter, hey, we can. I don't know, man. Al Heyman needs to bring down the barriers. Maybe like Danny goes over there and fights Crawford like Bob Arum.
Why?
I want to see some I want to see some matchups, man.
Why? I mean, as a fan, yes, as a fan. Yeah. But why not tell him? Look, Eddie Hearn knew he had a power play. So what he did, he told Wilder, sign with me. You'd get all this, just like the rest of them. I'm not here to do. He's not here to bring Al Heyman up. He's here to make sure he can control the fights that he knows the fans want to see. And he,
for boxing,
you know, that's what that same Al Heyman is doing. He's just like, yo, okay, top rank. If you beat my guy, you might just go on a streak of 3 years of doing absolutely nothing. Maybe if you beat Danny, you may try to take that as I'm super credible and do nothing for 2.5 years. Whereas my guys are putting it in, getting old, going hard. You know what I mean? Getting it out the way in their prime. Nah, man. Terence Crawford might have.
You know why Triple G and Canelo fight happened? Because they saw what Mayweather made Conor McGregor and Triple G. They weren't going to make no money. Out of panic, like De La Hoya made that Triple G fight. Out of panic because they saw that the paydays for Canelo weren't going to be that good. So they straight away made that Triple G. Do you remember how long it took for them to make that fight? Canelo was in the ring, like Triple G was in the ring straight after Canelo beat. I can't remember if Canelo beat whoever he beat, and they were longing it out, man. Only does Oscar out of panic. So this is the same thing right here. The reason why some of these fights ain't made is because they don't need to make. They don't need to make them. They're comfortable where they are making that money, and Showtime's happy because you want to be over on our network, come over, and we're cool. Bob Arum's like, okay, I'm not on HBO. HBO at the minute is like the direct place. No one wants to go HBO because the people over there are not good for boxing. They're not good for boxing. Showtime's good for boxing. Sky Sports is good for boxing. ESPN's good for boxing, and so is Fox. But no one's trying to mess with HBO. I mean, like yesterday, we had the flyweights, the super flyweights on, and it was hard for anyone to even leave where you were to go over there. It was just me and Nauta went over there to see what's going on. Like, what are they actually? They got Triple G.
About the super flyweights.
Yeah, like we even talked about them guys. The fights, man.
HBO's in the gun,
Charles Martin and Kanauki was more entertaining because it's just like you're not used. It's wrong. It's wrong. You're not even used to watching boxing on HBO. Like they could put on a good fight. They could put on Kovalev Alvarez, and it's just like, damn, I'm not even used to watching these people no more. I'm not used to hearing Lampley no more. Showtime done did that much Man, they probably done put on like 30 boxing shows versus like 15, like 7 or 8.
I teach them a lesson when they got rid of Mayweather because Mayweather was the gold standard.
They got rid of Mayweather. They got rid of Adonis. They did this shit at the same time, and they fucked their whole network off. That's why I say it. People don't like to hear it, but the Superman Stevenson curse alive and well, bruh. Hey, that shit is kicking. They got rid of the fighter of the fucking year. What are you doing when you do that?
Al Heyman took them. Al Heyman went and took them with him though.
Nah, he didn't take them. HBO, he took them because he took them only because HBO didn't put HBO playing this bidding shit. Like you want, they told Adonis Stevenson, you won't get no more nowhere else. They said the next day, Al Heyman was like, I got more right here. So it's like, you dummies, you stupid. But at the end of the day, they can be stupid as they want because Showtime is giving me the fights I want to see. I don't have to say, well, this side is heavy, this side is heavy, but they don't have heavyweight divisions on each side. They just got, Showtime has a heavy 147 pounder, just one, and HBO has one, and we want to see them fight. No, Al Heyman got heavy 75, he got heavy 68, he got heavy 54, 47. So I'm all good. I'm glad HBO's stupid. I'm glad it's one premier network.
Yeah. HBO only got
like 4 of the top heavyweights. Kanaki, Martin, he's got like Ortiz, and he got Wilder. He got heavyweights top of them. Yeah, but what I'm saying is this, right? HBO, they got their 24/7, so with Golovkin and Triple G. Like the two of them barely speak English. Yeah, it's hard to watch, man. I'm watching that joint. I'm like, man, that shit is dry. I mean, even Oscar De La Hoya bigging up this Ryan Garcia. I mean, boy, where's all the serious talent they got, man?
Recognize you muted. Is recognized muted? Hold on. Recognize you muted? Did I didn't mute you? Did I?
Yeah, I think you did. I've been talking.
Oh yeah, somebody had to tell me. I had muted people because
I was gonna say, man. I was gonna agree with you guys. Yo, HBO's in the gutter, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's the do with them.
They're in the gutter, man. Think about it. They only got Triple G and Canelo left. Basically, that's it. In terms of stars.
Yeah,
they're gonna maximize. It's gonna be a third fight with that, man. That's my opinion. There's gonna be a third one.
Yeah, well, they brought in themselves, man. Like they treated Mayweather like shit and had him argue with his father and all kind of fuck shit. They had him over there like. Horrible, man. So they brought in themselves. That happens, man. But Showtime's doing all right. They're doing all right. They're good for boxing. I don't know what.
Man, that's great for boxing. Whoever gives the best boxing, man, that's what I'm gonna go watch. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
All this HBO Showtime, like this allegiance. Get out of here with that, man. I care about the fights.
I'm thinking about buying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about buying Canelo Golovkin. I'm thinking about it. Then again, it's just like HBO. You don't deserve my money for you don't deserve my money the way you've been doing me.
No, I ain't buying it. I know how to get it, but I ain't buying it.
It's just like $70. That's a whole lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like it ain't, but it is.
I'm expecting some type of corruption.
I don't spend $70 every day. I can spend $70, but I don't. Like I don't choose to wake up and say $70 for maybe a pair of shoes.
You gonna pay for the zone though. We know you the zone.
Nah, I mean, once again, the zone's what is it? $10.9. What's the price?
$10.
$10. So if I'm getting a Billy Joe Saunders and they doing me right during the month, man, yeah, they might get my money for that month. But for $70 one fight, that shit played out, bro. That shit played out when Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys. I was gonna ask you, little place. Did you say what do you thought about the fight yesterday? Did you say that the fight was sloppy?
Who last night?
Nah, that was Nauta, man.
Yeah,
that was
Porter and Dan.
That was Nauta.
Man, Sean Porter. Sean Porter
good live.
Game plan.
I watched it. I watched it live. It looked good to me.
Yeah, Nauta was hating.
It ain't got much replay value. It ain't got much replay value because Porter in a big puncher, but.
Right,
he got the technique. He got technique. He got a game plan, and he know how to work his technique to make you do what he wants you to fucking do. And that's what's his great. And he got to see his speed up.
What you had to fight?
Head movement. He looked good. I mean, he got torque on his body shots. He really get. Whereas Danny Garcia was trying to shoot Sean to the body, then he was just arm punching. Porter was Porter know how to turn his shots, so he does everything right on the inside.
He wasn't busy enough.
They talking about he smothered his punches. He didn't last night.
He wasn't busy enough.
He smothered Danny Garcia's punches last night.
Yeah, he was. That's what I saw too. I thought he did a good job of smothering Danny's punches. Did he smother his punches? I mean, he does sometimes, you know.
Not as much last night.
Not as much last night.
But he's what he's doing now. He's getting that turn on it. He's getting a turn on the shot, so it don't matter if he's close or not. He's throwing it with his back and his hips. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're close to me and I can turn this way and I can still come here, you gonna feel me. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm bringing that baseball swing. Whereas Danny Garcia was like. He was just running shots. I'm like, that's not going to do it with Sean Porter. He knows you are sped up. He knows you're thinking about the pace. And he just started dominating the fight. I had it 118, 112. I scored 2 10-10 rounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I scored 2 10-10 rounds. So if I wouldn't have scored, if I had to pick a winner, my score would have been probably what? I don't know. If I would have gave Danny the 2 rounds, it would have been 114. 114. If I would have gave Porter the 2 rounds, it would have been 118, 110, I believe. I don't know how that would have worked. It's different.
All right, so but you agree with one of the judges that had it 8 rounds to 4.
Basically. I could see 16.
Yeah,
I could see 16 for Porter. It would have been 16, 14, I think. No, hold on. What would I have it?
Personally, I thought he could have.
I would have had a 16, 14 had I gave him rounds to Danny. So I would have had 8-4. But I don't like scoring 10-9 rounds when you ain't showing me you won the fight like that round. You win the round and I'll say you win it. You change that round. Don't ask me to change it for you. Because you know, if it's a moot round, then it'll be a moot round on my scorecard. I mark 10-10 with a heartbeat. With a heartbeat. You will win it if you have to win the fight, if you can go 11 rounds and neither one of y'all make a statement in either round, I will score that shit 10-10 all the way through 11 rounds. The next guy that win the 12, that's who won the fight. That's how I see it. Boxing.
I always try to give a winner of a round. I always try to give a winner, and I thought Sean Porter won. No, at least 7 or 8 rounds. I thought he won the fight. I thought it was a clean. Some people had a problem with it, not me.
I was watching it. I just watching the replay. Sean Porter was winning the fight. I sure been winning the fight as well.
Yeah. I mean, live it looked that way too. When I was watching live, I could see.
Yeah, he was doing that body work, man. He was at working, Danny, man. But a butter shot selection. Apart from the head clashes after early, but he won the fight. It looked like Danny wasn't doing enough, man.
He outworked Danny. He outworked
him, man.
Body work, the stiff jab, the right hand over the top, even the chip away shots to the head. Sean Porter is a problem. And if Errol Spence come in thinking it's gonna be sweet, it's gonna be the same thing. He gonna have to fight.
I think that's gonna be a style matchup that's gonna play against Porter. That's what I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
The best of Errol Spence, yes. A version of Errol Spence just think he's made it already. And if he feel like, yo, everybody said I could beat you, so I'm gonna beat you type shit. No, you won't. You'll find out the hard way that Sean Porter ain't nobody bitch. Nobody bitch.
I agree with that. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I just have a feeling it's gonna be all about play the difference.
That's one thing I can't take away from Sean. Dude can fight, man.
You can see what happens. But anyway, it was good talking to y'all, man.
Yeah.
It was good talking to y'all, man. I got to run. Peace to you, Low Place, and EJ. I'm out.
All right, man. Peace, man.
Peace. Yeah, we gonna remain in the building. Look, what was I finna say about Sean Porter? Damn it.
We'll see.
Well, look, basically this. Errol Spence, the man gonna have to come out with a real effort. He can't come out with I'm the people's, because he is the people's champ for the most part. The people, you heard how they cheered him last night and booed Keith Thurman, and they like what Errol Spence brings to the table. Dallas is getting behind him, Showtime getting behind him. He's starting to talk more. Shit, last night was the first time I seen him with a big chain on, trying to look like AB and shit. And He can't come out with that mindset that, you know, the people said it already. The Bible has it written in it. No, Sean Porter only care about the Bible when he ain't in the ring. All right? He coming to take your damn belt. He coming to take the IBF belt, and he might drop it in the trash because he don't like them. But at the end of the day, I think the fight gonna happen. I favor the best of Errol Spence, but I do not question Sean Porter. The man keep his game plan better than anybody else at welterweight. It's never a fight. Okay, he lost 2 fights to great fighters, in my opinion. 2 great fighters in their own right. But in those fights, you never can say he didn't speed them up. He made them hold. He made them fight quicker, faster than they wanted to fight. He made them look a little bit different than other people did because he stick to his game plan. He stick to what's there for him. He made Keith Thurman fight his ass off. And he'll do the same with Errol Spence if he can take the shots.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Yeah, everybody wanted to pick Danny. A lot of people wanted to pick Danny. I told them. I should have put my money up. Easy decision all day. Easy. You
picked Porter, innit?
Yeah. I picked Porter.
I was clowning you, man. We was clowning you as well. I was clowning your ass. I was like, what you talking about? Like, you didn't know you
Porter. Chris, I know.
Yo, what up with it?
Chris.
No. Which Chris is that?
Yeah, I think now to pick Porter. You went Garcia.
Yeah, I did go Garcia. I know. Shit. I thought it was gonna be close though. I kept going back and forth to myself about it, but yeah. At the end of the day, I picked Garcia.
I had Porter wide, bro.
Hey, now you and PMC was getting that yesterday, man. That shit was funny, man. That shit was crazy. You and PMC was. You was just taking lumps out of each other, bro.
Yeah. Now that came out, Vex. Like, what's the dude name? The dude that was vexed in the comment section or the chat, EJ.
Who's that? L dude?
Not McGregor Boxer, but the other dude, Marlo. Malcolm was vexed.
Yeah, was he not pissed? Marlo.
I don't even know what happened with that guy.
Oh, Marlo went crazy, bro. Like
I heard about it when you guys were talking about it.
Marlo went tight. Marlo tight about that joint, man.
Black Fight Fan TV. That man, I like that channel though. Niggas be thinking I be throwing shots. I listen to the damn channel. I ain't gonna lie. When they do it in the morning, I'm normally like busy. I haven't heard him in a while, but when he talking Charlo Hurd, sometimes different shit. I like the man channel. Like I recognize dudes from the South and shit like that. So I understand the South. So
from Texas, ain't it?
I like the channel. I like the channel, man. Like when people say blood from the South, I'll be like, man, I don't see that. But then I found out like, nah, he like a European born, but then made it. You know what I mean? So it's different. Like Zone 6, Zone 6 was trying to fight and shit. And I'm like, yo, I listen to him when he dropped video from the South, man.
Yeah, but you know what?
Black Fight Fan TV.
You PMC trying to clown now about the little guys trying to say they trying to clown him, but like now I was like, nah, fuck that, bro. Like what? But you know, that's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, shit. None of those little guys were fighting sloppy as dog shit like fucking the Garcia and Porter were. That shit was awful, man. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I wasn't even just saying that just to say it, like as get back or whatever. Like, honestly, that fight got painful to watch at times because it was just the same shit over and over again. I'm swinging, I'm missing. You're swinging, you're missing, and then we're clinching. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it was an ugly fight. It just the styles didn't match up well. I thought it was gonna be more fun than that.
That's Sean Porter making Danny Garcia look like shit, though. That's what he was doing.
When I watched,
I mean, he kind of made himself look like shit though. At the same time, that's the problem.
He did great body work though. He was counting over the top with the right hand. His left hook was better than Danny's.
I mean, I'm not saying that it was all bad. You know, he did some good things in there, but I think that it was largely overshadowed by the tempo being like kind of like abruptly stopped as soon as it starts almost every time.
Oh man, this sounds like
Sean though. Sean would do that in any division though.
But like for instance, Thurman versus Porter was sustained action throughout.
Yeah, it was a better fight, but
yeah,
Danny.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Athleticism. Danny fights straight up, and he be like people don't realize, but Danny be square up like a motherfucker. Sometimes he can't talk his shots because he just be left foot right with his right foot. And I was like, bro, Sean gonna throw him off balance, speed him up, and he gonna have no choice but to hold him. I saw that the whole fight. And then at one point I mentioned what Sean was gonna bait him to the corner. Sean gonna be in the ropes and bait him to the corner, and Danny commit, and he gonna spin his ass around and work the shit out of him. And Danny knew it was coming. He just couldn't stop it, so it started holding. Like Sean ain't got. I don't blame Sean for the ugly fight. I blame Danny.
I mean, I blame both of them. Like honestly, I blame the style matchup. I blame the style.
He wasn't ready.
You know?
He wasn't ready.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people, they'll talk shit about one fighter or the other. Like, oh, this guy's fights are always ugly or blah. But you know, it's about a style. Styles make fights. You know, and that's not just in terms of who wins and who loses them. That's in terms of how the fight actually turns out.
He said, "Low place ain't eat for 2 hours today. I'm chilling today. I'm cooking.
You ain't eating 7 turkeys a day or what?
6 tomorrow. Ain't no titties like low plate. He said, ain't no titties like low. Fuck that. Hey, bro, we putting it on no matter how it come, bro. Shit. What she say? Don't be a drag, just be a queen. He's on
that Lady Gaga shit.
Yeah, I'm perfect. Hey, I'm perfect, damn it.
Oh my God.
Let's read some of the comments.
This guy.
He said, "Low place look like eat a whole lot." I am, man. I'm telling you, I'm two something right now. I'm not bullshit. I'm finna bulk up even more.
He said, "Low place is trying to be like his hero, the Wave God." He's trying to.
He said, "How much were seats?" I don't know. I can't tell you. Someone asked Porter.
Yeah, you see, Low place got the wave cap on, so he's trying to be like the Wave God.
Ain't no fat. Ain't no fat. I just ain't got no pump today. You know what I'm saying? I'm the way. Man. Hey, I'm gorgeous villain, bro. Gorgeous villain.
You need to do some intermittent fasting or some shit, bro. You get that gut out of you.
Charles Martin put it down last night, though. He showed he went.
It got fun at the end. That fight got fun at the end for sure.
He hit that motherfucker Kanagi with that left hand. I thought Kanagi was finished. That big motherfucker walked through that. Oh my God! I can watch him fight all the time. Hey, look, Adam can get on my TV every Saturday.
Who you talking about? Who's Chris? You were saying
Chris Caban.
Who's Chris? Chris who?
Yeah, he picked Porter. He had Garcia at first, and then he changed his pick to Porter.
Yo, which Chris you talking about?
Caban.
Chris Caban.
Where was he at? Where did he come from?
He was on Beat Show.
Oh, you went to Beat? Oh, you went on Beach's show, right? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I spoke to them yesterday and the day before that too.
All right, I got you. I was wondering what you talking about, man. All right, damn.
Let's see what else we got. Ain't no place like the earth, which I walk like a god. Hey, bro, look, I gotta give Charles Martin credit. Look, I'm gonna keep it real.
He did a good. That was a good performance.
I thought he was about to get stopped early, dog. He looked bad early. I said, this motherfucker ain't enough shape to be.
Yeah, well, I he was taking a grip of lumps, but once Kovnowski started getting tired and like he started putting that body work on him and leaning on him and shit, that's when he got into it.
He went to work, man. They went to work. They got it in. I was enjoying that shit. That was a good ass heavyweight fight.
Yeah, it got good at the end. Like the last 5 rounds were very good. The first 5 were kind of ugly to watch, but the back half of it was good.
Yeah, he did his thing. He did a thing. Well, we got 17 people watching. Y'all hit the upvote if you new up in this joint. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it's a good little thing going on, man. Martin a bloody pickle. Martin a bloody. What's a bloody pickle? That's some UK shit right there, ain't it, EJ?
No, I never heard of it.
The word bloody, yeah. Martin's hair was wild. Man, Martin was trying to throw the straight left hand and then duck under, but his hair would get caught on the hook and shit. Like, dog, you can't fight like that, Predator. That shit was stupid. He had the right technique. It was just that motherfucker got a high top dread head. I don't know what the fuck was going on. That shit made him 8 feet taller. Ain't no place. Oh, I read that one. Damn, man, y'all put a lot of comments up in here.
Hey, now, so did Nathan's won, right?
He should have won. He should have won, but they scored it a draw.
Be much laughing at Wayne Juju. I've been saying Wayne Juju all damn day.
Because early on, Palikte was hitting Nietas with a lot of shots, like giving him a lot of difficulty because he was so tall. But once it got to about like the 5th, Nietas started taking over with his timing. He was just like he was outboxing. Yeah. That's a good example of how you outbox a taller fighter because he was able to just really just maneuver and make himself a small target. And, slipping, ducking, and he did a really good job, man. He did a really good job. It's really a shame that he didn't get the win, because I think that it would have been great to see him and Ioka next. Ioka.
It's a shame they had it on the same day, bro. Because like last week ain't shit going on. Was it last week or week before? Like they could have had it a couple weeks earlier, man. Like, you know what I mean? But because the thing is, like, it was hard, man, to watch it, because you want to give the Super like all the attention, and like everyone, the attention was split, bro. Like them dudes weren't wrong. It's only me and you was over there watching that. Like no one else even bothered. I was like,
one of the things that hurts it too is the fact that there was no Roman and there was no Streisa Kit. So the lack of those two guys, which were like the two flagship fighters of Superfly, I think hurt it a bit too. Especially when you consider the fact, and they were even saying it on the air, because I was listening back to the commentary and shit, Lampley and Kellerman and Ward, and they were talking about how the one of the issues that Estrada has is the same issue that Juan Manuel Marquez had, where Marquez had Barrera, who was an action fighter, and Morales, who was an action fighter, and Pacquiao, who was an action fighter, and he was almost overshadowed by them fame-wise because of the fact that he didn't bring that same level of drama to all of his fights.
That's true.
Because he was more of a technician. That's the way that Estrada is. He's more of a technician. And even against like guys that he overmatches, sometimes it'll almost look like a sparring match, because like he's just kind of going through the motions. He's outboxing them, but he's not like putting it on them and like knocking them out and beating the shit out of them. He's just out skilling them. But he doesn't bring that same level of drama and excitement to the ring every single time out.
Well, I think they should stop doing these preliminary ones, but I think they should just put up the good matchups, man. Like you had Nenetes and you had Estrada and you had
Nietes Palikte was mandated, so like that was for the vacant WBO.
At some point they need to throw the dice and let them fight each other. Like,
they wanted to have Estrada versus Streisa Kit as the main event, but the thing is, Streisa Kit, he's big shit in Thailand now, so I mean he's getting big money to fight like nobody's over there.
Yeah,
he's headlining Muay Thai cards, getting 6 figures a fight now over there, just like
milking it. Milking it. Yeah, I don't blame him, because when you come over to America before and have them lose you. And as far as everyone in Thailand, they probably got in pound number 1. They probably have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, he's a superstar over there. He's not even headlining boxing cards. He's headlining like these big Muay Thai cards and shit. He signed this new deal with some big promotion over there, and he's like the star feature.
Yeah, I don't blame him, man. You got to capitalize on it, bro. Keep that shit, bro. Keep that money rolling in. But like Superfly, it's a shame because they deserve all the attention they get. It's a shame they're in the same bracket of what happened, because that Kaneki fight and that might.
Like honestly, if they had Roman on there, I think it would have helped if they would have had him with his comeback versus Fuentes. But that's going to be on the Golovkin Canelo card, so.
Yeah. I just like some of the
because I mean honestly that's going to be a fun fight to watch, because even though Gonzalez should knock out Fuentes within a couple of rounds, Fuentes is dangerous. He has more first round knockouts than you'd expect for a guy that's been fighting that light flyweight most of his career.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like some of these dudes, some of the show HBO and the executive, they need to think about the dates, man, and stop like.
This wasn't their fault. This was because the Garcia Porter shit was supposed to happen in August originally. They rescheduled it to clash with HBO's fights, because the Superfly 3 card was set before the Garcia Porter card was.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, fair enough then. But HBO right now, head to head with Showtime, right? Don't look good. I think the only thing they got is Triple G and Canelo. I think that's the only one they got, man. And they can't try nothing else, man. Like nothing else. They go over there. They ain't got no AJ. They ain't got no one. There's other networks.
Well, even a lot of the guys they had on there before aren't even showing back up. Burchell's not on there anymore. Corrales ain't on there anymore.
Ward's gone. And the thing is, they got lazy. You see the thing about them? They got lazy and they have encouraged that Cold War. Instead of them just being like, you know what, being stupid, they try to play hardball, and in the long run, it's crippled them.
Well, because Top Rank left them like high and dry, and then.
Top Rank was one of them. No, I'm just saying in general, like they try to play hardball.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're playing such hardball, and they're like they're cozying up to these promoters who don't give 2 fucks about them, and then like look what happens.
They ain't got no one on the net.
You know, top rank leaves them high and dry. Fucking Golden Boy's putting on all these Facebook cards and shit like that. You know, so like, the only one that's fucking with him regularly right now is Loeffler. Is 360.
Oh, he's whack, man. Whack. Hey, and the zone, look, they couldn't even get Usyk. They could have loved to get Usyk. See Eddie Hearn over there monopolizing the shit. You know what I mean? And just keep it on Sky Sports, the European invasion, and you got the World Boxing Super Series, Eddie Hearn over there. So the Europeans are doing it. The Europeans are just trying to take over the world out here.
Well, and like, you know, going back to like Estrada and everything, you know, he was talking about how he was mad because he wasn't getting paid as much and everything, and he hasn't been able to get the rematch with Sisuke. You know what I mean? These other guys getting into the game where you have the World Boxing Super Series at bantamweight, and you have Sisuke getting paid good money now, even in his hometown and everything. I think that'll ultimately raise the stakes. That'll raise the money for those fights to happen. You know, because Sisuke is talking about going up to bantamweight, and he wants to fight the winner of the Super Series. You know, he's saying that he thinks it's going to be Inoue, so he wants to fight Inoue. But you know, he's talking about already moving up and fighting like the winner of Nordine Bali versus Rashid Warren, because they're going to fight for the vacant bantamweight joint.
I like that. Rashid Warren, man. That's some good stuff, man. Yeah, man. So, boy, I don't know what I don't know what their schedule's like.
Oh yeah, to answer MB in the chat too. Yeah, Yoka's working with Ismail Salas right now. Yeah, because he used to be getting trained by his dad.
Yeah, he did.
But his dad, the reason why Yoka's been off for a year and a half is because of his dad. Put it that way. They had a really bad clash of like personality. You know, it's just one of those things. You see it a lot. You know, with like Floyd and his dad, Roy Jones and his dad. A lot of times, you know, the father-son thing. It works until it doesn't. You know, so there was a bad kind of falling out between the two of them. So, but Yoka looked really good against the Royal. I honestly didn't expect.
Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, I was actually surprised. He was very confident. I've never seen him.
Yeah. He looked better than he has in the last couple of years.
Yes, yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Like he looked like rejuvenated.
Yeah, that's the right word. And in America as well, it's like, damn. Even I was looking at like thinking, I was like Wills, and I was like, bro, like he was even caught off guard. I actually have to watch that fight again, man. Because like, you know what I mean? I feel I need to watch the whole Superfly card again, and where you're not really like. But that night, it just overshadowed like that Porter and Garcia thing it overshadowed everything over there. Like, you know what I mean? And even the Kaneki and Martin fight. And
to be fair, like the Superfly card, it didn't live up like to the last couple. It wasn't like as much constant excitement. But I mean, Nietes versus Palikte was a good technical battle. Estrada versus Orokuta was a good technical battle, I think, for the first half, and then the last half it got a little bit gritty in there. You know, Orokuta was giving them some issues. And then Yoka just showed out, man. Yoka really impressed me. He's the one that came out on top the most, I thought.
Well, they need to rename it.
MB in the chat is right though. Lempley said the fallout was over a woman Yoka's dating. It was over Yoka's new wife. He was dating her and he married her. She's a pop star over in Japan.
And that don't like.
Yeah, so like I guess I think Yoka's from like more of like a traditional kind of family. And so like him, you know, marrying some like pop star chick or whatever, you know, I guess maybe the dad thought like she's like, well, you made that hoe for whatever, you know, some shit like that, you know, and so it became a whole thing where it's like
in more trouble than
Well, and the thing that's fucked up about it is the fact that his dad and his uncle are the ones that promote him. So like you know. Just that whole all that tension is the reason why he was out all that time.
But he's still cool with his dad, obviously. It's just that Israel Salas is an alright guy, man.
I mean, shit. Credit to Salas because like I said, Yoka looked better than he has in the last couple of years, man. Because I expected Arroyo to put hands on him simply because if you look back on Yoka's last couple of fights, like when he fought the 19-year-old Thai kid, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He got dropped by that guy before he knocked him out. He knocked him out, of course, but he still got dropped by him. And I was like, oh, shit, he's getting dropped by a fucking 19-year-old. Yo, Arroyo's going to bust his ass. But, nah, he went in there and he did his damn thing.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. He was getting hit too much and stuff like that, man. I agree, man. But, yeah, man, I need to go watch some of the fights there, for real, man. I need to go check some of the fights. I need to check the rest of that card and check it out, man. Right now.
Yeah, it was good. But, I mean, I'm hoping, though, that we can get Yoka versus Nietes for that vacant belt. Because that, to me, Because that would be dope. Because like they pretty much have the same paths, like the same career paths, where
I mean,
they're both 105 champs, both 108 champs, both 112 champs, and then
That's
whoever wins fights for the 115.
I mean, Chocolate should have been back at a fly or whatever, and just be fighting these dudes here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, them losses against Thingy, Thailand boy don't fuck.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with him. We gotta see this coming week, man. What happens with him versus Fuentes? I see how he looks.
Yeah, see what happens, man.
If he doesn't get Fuentes out of there within like 3-4 rounds, like I think it's safe to say that he's definitely not the same, because he should be able to take care of him.
Absolutely, man. I'm just catching up with some fights here, boy. Like
Fuentes might be a good pick for an upset though. Because you never know how Chocolatito will look coming back, and Fuentes, like I said, he's dangerous. He was a what was he? I made some money on him years ago. He was like a 15-1 underdog against Raul Garcia in his first title shot. I mean, he beat Garcia by split decision.
Yeah, you're the only guy out here saying that Porter and Garcia fight was sloppy. You're the only guy out here. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When I watched this, I ain't gonna lie. You're not far wrong. You're not far wrong. I ain't. No one could tell me that was a great fight, bro.
I mean, honestly, to me, like it was as sloppy or more sloppy than Kovnatski and Martin.
No, it was worse than that fight. That fight was actually fucking dope.
I watched that fight, man. I just turned it off, man.
That's not no memorable shit. You talking about Garcia Porter?
Yeah.
No, it's not memorable at all. It ain't something I'm going to hell no.
Yeah, it wasn't a good fight.
But I mean, for what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I just talk about belts, like belts trap. But I'm not really down with that. I'm more down with, like, I understand the belts come to the party, but bro, like me and I was saying, like Kazuka Ioka versus Netis, right? Everyone knows. I know they got belts, whatever, but just stylistically, that should be a great fight. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that will be a great fight. I really want them to make that.
Yeah,
that
so
will be a great fight.
You just hope, because anything when we watch these fights, right? We're watching the fighters, we're watching the great fights. The belts come as a side dish, but people trying to make out the belts and the drug testing is before the actual fight. I mean, what the fuck is that? Drug testing and all that shit before the belts. I mean, bro, like people should know they shouldn't be taking drugs.
Speaking of belts, congrats to Kenny Porter for winning the first ever trainer dad belt. The fucking WBC trainer daddy belt.
All right,
that shit was thick as fuck. That belt looked like a slab of meat that ain't been cut up yet, man. That shit look like the Rocky meat, man. Fuck out of here.
Didn't it look like one of those all weather mats you can buy for your car where you have to like cut the shit?
Yeah, that shit like Rey Mysterio made that motherfucker, man. He cut that shit out, bro. That belt was thick as fuck, man. That shit got a width of that shit a 2x4, a 2x20. That's what that shit was. 20x20 thick ass belt. No, man.
That was ridiculous, man.
I wonder if he could lose that motherfucker though. He got to defend it. Defending trainer dad of the year looking ass. Long belt ass.
They got to defend it. They got to defend it against Zab Judah and Yoel.
That shit was thick as hell.
Joseph Diaz and his dad make Joseph Diaz
like a deflated big ass balloon, big ass green balloon, a water balloon with no water in it.
Who wants to train by the dad right now?
So it's just a dad belt. It's just a dad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, who else is trained by their dad though? Like, so that he could defend it. You know what I'm saying he could fight Zab and Yoel. He could fight JoJo and Joseph Senior. Can't think of who else is trained by the dad right now.
It is a dad belt, or is it?
That's what it is. It's like the trainer dad belt or whatever the fuck.
It was just a special thing then. I thought it was just a WBC best trainer belt. The trainer, well, shit, that's whack. That's whack. They got a rematch.
Because it was between Garcia and Porter. So yeah, they made the trainer dad belt.
That's whack. Whack. I call wax off. Whack. That damn belt look like a big ass water balloon.
There we go. Robert Guerrero, battle rifle, got it in the chat.
You gotta come out of retirement.
He got defended against Robert Guerrero.
Oh shit.
Robin and Ruben.
Shit whack, man. Shit hella whack. That belt was ugly as fuck. I would told them, hey, don't put that shit on my shoulder. Don't put that shit in the corner. I get it when I leave. When everybody out the arena, hand me that shit.
Oh yeah, you know I forgot about that. Finks Gurr in the chat says WBC said they interested in banning parents in the corners. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hey, Danny Garcia's career ain't gonna be too much longer, so it won't affect him. That shit about 2 more losses away. He gonna probably quit in the corner one day. That's what I see with Danny.
Oh yeah, Lomachenko. Yeah, he came back pops.
Hey, Kenny brought that thick ass belt to the press conference. That shit sat on the table. Sean had to move that motherfucker before he could have some elbow room. That bitch is heavy, bro. That motherfucking belt was thick. Looked like a big ass tablecloth at the press conference, man. That shit was ugly. WBC normally do it right for their special belts. They told the trainer.
Yeah, they normally look nice. Yeah,
it looked like green carpet. That shit looked like green carpet. He ain't wearing carpet around his waist.
I don't even care about that shit, man. I don't care what belt they get, man. All I know is that they need to let Sean Porter. Bro. Listen, when you're watching Sean Porter, that's why people criticizing someone. They thought Danny could explain, but Danny I think I underestimate Danny. Danny was hurt by that loss to Furman, and I think that fucked his head up, man. I think that might have fucked his head up a bit, bro.
Maybe. You know,
I talked to a lot of guys, yeah, and they said like when a guy gets a loss, it takes a lot out of him and confidence, and Danny was trying to find himself, yeah. And we've Porter was at a great game plan. It was in and out. It was busy. He was moving his head clashes, and it was just too busy for Danny, and that's why he got outworked, yeah. And like you know what I mean, he couldn't adjust. Danny they say swift, but his dad told him what to do, but he couldn't adjust to Porter. Porter's like 5'6", and he fights like fucking someone 5 foot. He fights someone really small, and then all of a sudden he's on you. He bring his jab. You know what I mean? You know what? I give it credit. Like he actually surprised me. He done Danny dirty. He just done Danny dirty. Danny couldn't get off properly, man.
He stuck to the plan. He was showing how much stronger he was.
Sean Porter was good.
That's what people don't rate. Porter quick.
Well, I mean, Sean Porter has really good.
Man.
Porter has like that really good kind of closing in head movement too. The only problem is a lot of times he fails to translate that into something effective offensively until like after the clinch has been broken and then he is able to reset.
Man, he did a great job last night. I give him all credit in the world last night. But Danny, I mean, I don't know if it's the loss in his mind is beating him. He's not quick enough to fight a Sean Porter. You know, he's not quick enough to fight a
Keith. You know what? Maybe they lost on purpose because they didn't want to fight fucking Errol Spence next. Maybe it was that as well. They gonna get their ass beat. They said, "Fuck that shit. Let's lose." Take that money.
No, boy, that's a good comment. He said that belt looked like it was designed to look like a towel.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was gonna mention that. Yeah. Oh, yo, EJ, next Sunday, man.
I'm gonna show y'all Kenny belt real quick.
Next Sunday might be the fight of the year. Next Sunday might be the fight. Or not? No, wait, not next Sunday. My bad. It's September 24th, so it's the week after.
Let me check. Let me check what you're talking about. One second. Let me see. 24th, 22, 24. Ooh. Oh, well, this the Japanese spot? Oh, that's a Monday.
Kimura. Yeah. My bad. It's on Monday. Kimura versus Tanaka. Versus that is gonna be ridiculous. Yeah. That is gonna be insane, man. That is guaranteed to be a slugfest. Ain't no question. That's gonna be a slugfest.
I'm kidding.
And if Tanaka wins, guess who he matches? He'll match the Lomachenko 3-weight class champion in 12 fights.
Now to check out the camera, I'm Kenny Porter.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I see that. I'm freaking towel. The low place towel belt.
Yeah, I'm Kenny Porter. That ugly ass belt.
The low place turkey eating belt. The wave god belt.
Oh shit! That fucking belt.
That's the gorgeous villain championship of the world.
That belt was thicker than Pinky Triple X, bro. I don't know what the fuck they gave him that shit for. Oh shit! Belt been eating on the dollar menu 7 days straight. That man belt was thick as his towel, bro. I'm Kenny Porter all week, baby. Wave God place. The gorgeous villain belt, laughing my ass off. Yeah, man. This is what my dude had, man. Suleiman wrong as fuck for crafting this belt. I would have took that shit and said, belt and said, here you go, bro. Get that shit right back to that nigga, man. Ain't no damn way. Hell no. He said
that's more like Orlando Cruz's belt.
with the heart on it. Fuck y'all. Yo, that belt was ugly as shit,
Oh
man.
my god.
I don't know, man. I guess you're right. It did look like a towel that had that consistent that shape, that damn rectangle long ass shape, but that shit was ugly. That's no way around it.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations. He was happy
It
for
looked
it,
great.
though. He was happy
great.
for it. You know,
Yeah.
Sean, a two-time
Well, I
champion.
mean, it's not surprising that he'd be really happy for it. I mean, considering the fact that Kenny's like, you know, he's like that dad that couldn't make it into the NFL and shit. So it's like he's like so proud. He's like living vicariously through his son. You know,
I think. Hey, I'm gonna say this, and I really believe this. I think Sean Porter can go to 54 and beat Jermell Charlo and give Jerry Hurd a hell of a fight too. I believe that. Like with his style.
I think he can.
With his low style.
I mean,
if
Hurd isn't like the biggest puncher on the block. You know, he has to really hit you a bunch of times to get you out.
If I'm him, I might sort of like think about that then fighting Errol. I think he's a good matchup for Errol Spence too, though. If Errol Spence don't come in on this game, come in like thinking it's just a, you know, I'm the people's champ, so I gotta win this shit. Nah, like Al Heyman liked me the most.
Yeah,
so
I mean, you can't underestimate the idea of Spence potentially gassing himself up. You know, believing his own hype, because that has happened. It's happened to better fighters than him, even, and then they wind up taking a crucial L, and it all goes down.
Oh no, man, this boxing thing, man. Boy, I fell asleep yesterday, man. I honestly woke up and I was like, I ain't missed shit. I listened to your commentary, Low Place, man. Real good commentary, boy, on the fight, man. And I listened to that, boy. I was like, I'm being honest with you, man. Some of these fights these days, man, they ain't living up, man. They ain't living up to great fights.
Victor Ortiz versus John Molina. Victor Ortiz versus John Molina. That shit is gonna be that's must see TV right there.
Yeah, this slugfest,
that's must see. That's must see. Like fucking Victor Ortiz's jaw might like completely come off.
Yeah, I'm
like,
scared.
You might see like some snuff film shit.
Man, Victor used to be surfing, CrossFit, weight train. He used to do it all, man. I thought dude was gonna be.
Yeah, he was running marathons and all that shit.
But back when he was younger, man, he used to just do running. You said running marathons.
I remember he did. Yeah, he did a couple of marathons back in the day.
Like he used to just be like, "Yo, this motherfucker don't like how can he ever be out of shape? He gonna be young, strong."
He's one of those like fitness freaks and shit. They all
my guy done fell apart, man.
Yeah, his mentality, his mentality is fucked. That's what it is, man. I always said if you could give Victor Ortiz Brandon Rios' brain, like then you really have a special fighter. Like give him his fighting instinct.
My man said the Orlando Cruz bill. Fuck you, bro. He said Kenny had to pay WBC sanctioning fees for the town.
Well, there goes his percentage. That shit is gone now.
Bro, it is actually. I was like, when I first seen it, I was like, why they get? Because they took the real belt from him at the same time, and they was like, "Yo, Sean, take this." I was like, "Hold on, is the WBC really disrespecting Sean Porter like this, giving him this ugly ass title to hold?" If you go back and watch the fight, it was like this black dude was handling the belts. He was the belt handler, and he gave Sean the wrong one to give to his dad. He was like, "Here you go, Sean. Give it to your dad." And I thought he was giving it to Sean, like, put that shit on your shoulder and go do the Jim Gray interview, bitch. I was like, man, if you don't get that WBC Devin Haney bullshit ass belt off that man's shoulder.
Devin Haney.
That's the kind of belt Devin Haney got. You know when they
it was like the miniature version and shit.
Yeah, I think Munguia had one of them motherfuckers the other day, man. Get that shit bro. I was like, no, bro. I was about to quit being a fan of boxing because of the ugly ass belt. I was literally, it looked like a big ass window curtain, old school. No way. Motherfucker had a soon to be shower curtain on his shoulder, man. Dude, man, go back and watch the fight. If you got Showtime, go look at that dude give Sean that belt. Sean was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" He had to tell him, "Get that to your pops, man." Ugly belts.
I've always thought it was kind of weird that WBC has a youth title. That's a little bit odd to me.
WBC youth title. Yeah. I know that shit ugly, man.
Because they don't give them out very regularly. It's kind of like once in a blue moon they give them.
Now I see that WBCU title, and I feel like a nigga ain't never gonna be shit. You like you ain't never like you got that ugly bitch. Man, that shit ugly, man. Nah,
that's like framing your when you graduated from fucking kindergarten.
Yeah,
framing your kindergarten diploma.
The youth title ain't even as ugly as what they gave Kenny. Like they didn't cut none of the side trimmings off Kenny belt. Like they didn't give him no circular mode. That shit. You might be right with that towel thing, but no, thank you. That trainers wear gloves. Gloves got some shape. Let that motherfucker have something else. You could have made a cut man go a golden cut man chain type thing.
No, like an inswell. Be like shit like an inswell.
Golden necklace. Yeah, hell, get that motherfucker that little ribbon that you put on Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia done got that ribbon so many damn times now, man. He got to be so
the little metal.
Yeah, that shit got to just be like, man, fuck, I ain't put my head down, get this whack ass thing on my neck. That shit like going to a bad barber. Let me just get this shit out the way, bro. I don't appreciate that, man. They need to throw that damn metal away.
I just got real quiet all of a sudden.
See what we got in the chat. Is it WBCU? The side trim, the belt. Yeah, man. They didn't take no trimmings off the side of that man shit, man. They gave him just the leather. They just brought the leather in, super glued that shit on.
Just a big sheet of leather.
That shit was shipped that way. They bought that shit from leather.com. And shipped that shit in through an emblem on that bitch. There you go. Bro, that's fucked up, man. I could laugh about that ugly ass belt all day. I might make a video. I might just make a video roasting the shit out that belt for about 3 minutes.
They just bought that shit in both. Uncut.
It was ugly, man. And my shower curtain green like that, man. That's the first thing I thought about, man. This shit's ugly.
They gave DSG a second place medal.
See, that's what I can see. This hangs up in my bathroom. Hang up in the bathroom.
Everybody gets a medal. You get a medal. You get a medal. You get a medal. Oprah done bought the WBC, man. Oprah Winfrey running shit over there.
Yeah, he did, man. He done got that damn thing twice, man. I hate to see them lose. My man Badu Jack had to get that shit, man. Badu Jack was over there.
Yo, T, what's up?
With the medal, yeah.
Yo, T, what's up with you and D-Stars? Every time I add D-Stars into the group, he keep leaving. You keep flaming.
D-Star act like his shit don't stink. D-Star act like his shit don't stink. Like he don't like to get his hands dirty with us. I ain't got time to text you niggas. Yeah, he lead the group out. You there. Fuck ass. Nah, D-Style, but every time I do see that though, man. Every time I get a notification, I'm like, oh shit, somebody done posted something real quick. If I'm on boxing that day, somebody done posted something. Eric has left the group. Oh man,
yeah, that's what I hear. That's right. That's right.
Fuck you too, then, Tom Brady. Yo, Tom Brady ass nigga, you're too good for us.
Yeah. Everybody leaving. Everybody's always leaving, man.
Yeah, man.
I never left no group, man. I just sit in that motherfucker.
Hey, it's funny though, right? We was on my guys' hangout. Everyone like Umar come over there do his normal foul shit. Cause I was listening.
Oh shit! You know what? I forgot about overhand, yo. Like that Trump got a WBC belt too. I forgot about that shit. For the part you pardon Jack Johnson belt.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking presidential championship of the world, yo. He's gonna have to fight fucking whoever the Democratic nominee is for that shit.
If I'm Kenny, that damn towel belt is on eBay.
That'd be an ill ass way to fucking select the leader of your country and shit. Like, hey, you got a box. You got a box for me.
Right now. Yeah, that's funny, right? So Umar with his whack ass self, yeah. He come over now, talking greasy or racial shit. Go, who's hangout? Is excuse my life. Oh, this is EJ's hangout. Nah, ain't EJ's. I was like, yeah, so you try to mess them up.
And then he's like, all right, fuck it then.
Yeah.
EJ's
I'm like, shit. Like, that's what this dude purposely come over to fuck my shit up. Like, oh, ain't EJ's? Oh, nah, I'm gonna go there.
He was
Oh,
snapping.
are we live? Are we live?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was he snapping on, man? I heard that shit.
Like in the chat, you see him arguing with the dude, arguing with who was he arguing with in the
With
chat?
Wanye Kiss.
Yeah, like racial racial
With
shit.
Wanye Kiss. Yeah.
They were going at each other, bro. They were getting Umar like, damn, Umar, bro.
Yeah, fucking Umar was like, kiss your white mama in the mouth. Kiss your white mama in the mouth.
But it's on that shit 24, man. Like, he ain't letting that shit go, bro. Like, let it go already.
Yeah,
like,
no,
this is
see, they were still arguing at like fucking 9 in the morning. Like,
They were
oh my
arguing. The
God.
only reason they still arguing is because T had a hangout and then everyone jumped on T's joint.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I seen like I woke up and I seen that they were still arguing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you guys been going back and forth for 9 hours.
No, I didn't even send links or nothing last night. I just got on and started because it was so deep on your hangout. We were just screaming over each other. It was like 9 of us.
That was my hangout though. That wasn't my hangout. That was like Thingy's hangout.
That was unbiased or biased.
That wasn't my hangout. I just showed the link. That wasn't my hangout.
That's why when I closed my hangout, I went to look for EJ's and I couldn't find it.
It was the guy with the Prince Nassim avatar with the two chicks.
Yeah, everyone needs to support the video because he only had like
I'm like, bro, that shit was wild. Doc jumped on. Damn, everybody just going at it. Everybody trying to learn everybody and talking over everybody. I'm like, yo, this shit heck. I got a headache.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. It was wild yesterday. Like
one part of it too was you had all the new guys in there too. So
PMC and now resumed their back and forth. That shit was funny though for a bit. I was like, them dudes like, yo, cool, man. Like now was playing the decision, right? The scorecards, and dude go, yo, don't put it on. I was like, why, man? I was just listening to shit. Go 114, one thing, and he muted now. And what the fuck, man? Who muted me? Yo, who the fuck you mean? Because I did. He goes, what the fuck, man? And like, this is EJ's hangout. It's like, damn, man. Fucking, even because his thing was behind, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Because he would
I was about to tell him that he needs to pay his fucking internet bill so that shit speed up.
Yeah. Oh man, shit was crazy yesterday. That's an old school hangout, man. Like 20, 10 people up in that joint battling to get your voice out. Now after a while, I just mute myself and just listen. Shit. Mute myself and listen. But the thing is, yeah, his channel was new, innit? So they only had like 2 views or 10. The max he had of like 10 or 16 views. That was my joint. Or any of your joint, man. It'd be popping like hundreds and shit. But like I came back from the York Bethnal Green. I'm gonna post some stuff that later on, but like, so I was tired, man. I wasn't gonna like do that and do a hangout at the same time. And then I'm not gonna fall asleep. I can't bother no more. Like shit, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm just gonna jump on other people's, man. Because I'm gonna fall asleep. I just can't do it no more. Shit's tiring. And especially when you got them whack ass fights. I mean, the fights weren't good either. But yeah, everyone bounced.
Nah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, the fights weren't that good. Yo, Lopez, why are you naked up in the shit, showing your titties, man? What the fuck, man? Come on, dog. Like you over there naked over there.
I woke up and got right to it, man. Wait,
I can see by your fucking waist. You put on weight, man.
Yeah,
fuck, man.
I'm trying to 200 plus, EJ.
But you're gonna get a fucking belly. You ain't gonna see your dick.
We don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Nah, it won't be a belly. It's like it's solid, man. When you gotta carb up, you gotta do it right and carb up. I ain't really ate.
Yeah, look at your head looking like a pencil, and your fucking body's fucking huge. It don't make no sense, man.
That's how it need to be, man.
No, but your all the weight's going down to your stomach. You ain't eating right, like you.
Nah. You got it. I'm telling you, it's the way I know about nutrition and that you carb up, and all of it's gonna look like, yo, you did the right thing. I ain't ate today. I'm depleted, right? And I did a little workout, so I'm a little depleted. But that's why my stuff is over here depleted right now. I need to carb up again. My muscle want carbs, and it's working. Eating all that shit's working. Doing just what I want.
Fair enough. Hey, you all do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. But yesterday was wild. Like, actually, yesterday was wild. It was a wild ass hangout. Well, them 2 guys are cool though. Unbiased and what's the other guy's name? Unbiased. I know. Oh yeah. What's his name again? He got kicked out the hangout as well. What's his name now? Got kicked out the hangout. What's his name again? He was called a gamer. I think he's gamer or something like that. He got kicked out. Them 2 are cool. I can't remember where I met them though. Those guys are cool dude. What's up? Where you find El Dude, man? El Dude's crazy.
What happened?
Oh, he been on BDA shit before.
Oh man, that guy's crazy, bro.
Oh,
That
dude, he used to call the boxing voice like years ago.
Man, dude,
Years ago. I'm talking about like 2012, man. I used to talk to him every so often on there.
Yeah, L dude does that though, man. He like you kept saying it's like a runaround point. I'm just like, bro, I've heard you make this before. It was upsetting. It was upsetting. There's just to hear that nonsense. When he said Keith Thurman fought a mandatory, Keith Thurman's never fought a mandatory a day in his life ever.
It was crazy.
Ever. He only been a champion for 2 fights. In both of those fights, he picked up belts. But he was going, Keith Thurman would have fought him as a mandatory. Errol Spence as a mandatory, and Danny Garcia was a mandatory. What? What? Hold on. What you been missing? Been missing a lot, bro.
Yeah.
But that ain't the only topic he's off the wall on. I'm talking about from everything. Every topic. They'll do to get you one.
The last PDA hangout, yeah, they talk shit. Yeah, about black. Is it about black people in America? Oh, is it? Okay, black people in America talking. Oh, is it?
That don't surprise me.
Oh man, that's some race shit. Though. No, some race shit.
That damn Stuart Little. Y'all know better than Stuart fucking Little. Y'all know
Stuart's over there. Yeah.
Stuart, crazy motherfucker. Stuart is crazy. Sit up in his damn
Stuart's
house
on that fucking. Stuart's on that Tommy Robinson bullshit.
Is he? Oh man, that's fuck that shit. Leave that shit alone, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but his picks always trash. Stuart boxing picks always trash. His predictions always trash, bro. Like you gotta start seeing through who you work. You know, seeing through what you working with on this joint, man. Like you can smell the bullshit.
Stuart's the type of motherfucker to be like marching in the streets with tiki torches and shit. You talking about you will not replace?
Oh man, nah, man.
After he fucks his sister.
He said,
that's deep. You trying to call him a redneck?
Put Eric in the chat. EJ, put Eric in the chat. See if he stay in. Say, Eric, hop in. Eric gonna say Eric has left the group. Eric is fuck you guys. I'm going home. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Yeah, dude don't fuck with us, man. And the other dude don't either, boy. He didn't like that damn Black Fight Fan TV.
Marlo was tight about that shit, bro. Marlo was tight.
Yo, man, I fuck with the guy. Bro, I couldn't think of Takum's name. I called him somebody else I called Black Fight Fan TV first, but then when I did the Takum shit, Dwayne makes shit worse, bro. Dwayne be laughing at shit like he's never laughed at shit before. Like he just be on here like,
true.
Bro.
That is true.
Dwayne be like, man, I've been having a hard day at work. Let me relax.
Yeah, Dwayne's got a funny fucking laugh. Like you hear him laugh, you start laughing because the shit is funny to hear.
Man, y'all guys are funny, man. That shit with Dwayne's hilarious, man. Go let real good personality.
Then the man's taking a ferry. He's taking a flight. Fucking Dwayne over there.
Dwayne with some real good personalities yesterday, man. It was just bubbling yesterday, man. Shit was just fire, boy. Shit. Oh man. Yeah, you really have a good hangout, boy. The hangout was only more interesting than the fight. That's what I thought. I was listening to the hangout. Yeah. It was more interesting than the fight. It was more funny. Crappy jokes all day, man. The PMC joint between you and PMC.
Talking about how fucking he's gonna be dating Ariana Grande because he don't watch.
Who did the Dwayne impersonation? Who just did the Dwayne impersonation?
That was me.
Oh, that shit was fire, bro.
Then the man is taking a ferry.
Yo, he
taking a flight out of here.
He got like 4 different laughs, and you can tell that shit ain't coming out fake, bro. That's why I like when he on this shit, because it's like somebody get a joke, I ain't gonna forget it for the whole week, whole month. He gonna bring this shit back up because it was that.
Yeah, Dwayne's funny, man.
Yo, I'm on Errol Spence's Instagram, right? Him and like Tank and that Jordan Farmer met face to face.
Yo, they were wilding.
Why you call him Jordan Farmer?
Jordan Farmer.
Ain't his last name Farmer? Jordan
Farmer. You said Jordan.
I'm gonna
man, nobody fuck with Tevin Farmer. Nobody really fuck with Tevin Farmer though, man. It's like one person.
Tevin Farmer's whack, yo. The only people that fuck with him are people from fucking Philadelphia.
B-Marsh fuck with Tevin Farmer. B-Marsh fuck with Tevin Farmer.
Man, like shit.
And who else? It's one more person I could think of.
Man, like I'm sticking to it, man. Farmer versus Tank is a mismatch and a half. Tank will ruin that kid, man. He will ruin him.
I can't wait to see it either, but I'm gonna be.
That's gonna be a car wreck.
I'm gonna be trolling the fuck out of what's dude from Martin, Tommy from Martin, getting whooped the fuck up. The 130-pound Tommy from Martin getting fucked up.
Yep.
I'm gonna be trolling the shit out that fight. Tank need to hurry up and sign that bitch.
Smash him.
People acting like Morris. People acting like Morris is a horrible fight for him, and I think Morris would beat Tevin.
Well, honestly, like to me, the way that I feel about with Tank and Mars, like that fight really shouldn't happen. Mars is a fucking super bantamweight, but
you know what they're doing.
But at the same time, with regards to all the shit that people like to pull and the bias that they have and everything is like, well, shit. If Lomachenko can fight a super bantamweight, why can't Tank?
Yeah, I get what they doing though. You Tank trying to get that popularity out west. He's trying to get that name.
Yeah. I mean, Mars is just too small, man.
I would love to see him and Gary Russell get it in at 130.
That wouldn't be bad.
Santa Cruz, if he moved up there, I don't know if he can make the division just ain't deep. But until then, please.
I mean, there's a fair bit of depth to it. I mean, with regards to, if he fought Burchelt, but I know that they don't want to have that fight because Burchelt's actually dangerous. So
he need to fight this WBA dude. Need to fight them. I would love Machado Tank.
Oh shit, Russell's got to fight Cruz. Damn.
Yeah, he need to fight Cruz. That's what he said. But it's just a unification. It'll be a unification, so they'll never be a gotta fight. But Al Heyman gonna make that shit. And Santa Cruz said he won his belt, and I think Santa Cruz gonna jab the shit out of him.
Oh, and he meant Santa Cruz. I was thinking of fucking Orlando.
What to say? Fuck, you gotta fight Orlando Cruz for?
Look, but what's that on the bed? What's that? What's that on the bed you touching? What's that? Is that what's that? Some weights and shit on the bed? Yeah, what's that you holding in your hand? What's that?
Yeah, some resistance band. I don't do weights. Resistance bands give you more resistance each direction.
You got holy heap shit on the bed, man. Hey, you know what I was looking for now? I was looking for that pussy pump he had over there. The one fucking to make the pussy pack. That's what I went.
Pussy pump come out when the ladies out, man. When the lady that can handle it come out, man.
You got a pussy pump.
If she can't take the pussy pump, I don't want it. She boring. I don't want it.
That shit made Destiny laugh her head off. Destiny was crying.
Yeah, she's interested, yo. That's why.
No, she ain't. Destiny said Destiny was scared. She was like, no, you're not supposed to the vagina. See, Destiny would have me like, look, I don't even want to do this now.
Pussy pump was bad, bro. They make it big and fat, and then it becomes sensitive and shit. And open.
You run out your blood. Run out your blood from your brain into your vaginals.
Pussy pump, bro. No big joke, man. No, man. I never had so much jokes yesterday. Yesterday's hangout I was hilarious. My joke was busting up.
Bro, everybody was in the arena. I was like, yo, Wilson. I was like, look at Obama daughter at the HBO fight.
Obama daughter.
The chick did look like Obama owed his daughter. Y'all just didn't see her.
You know what? I did.
Yo, you're one of the best ones that now dropped you. And now it goes about what's it again? Fernando Vargas, his son. That Jaime Man girl looks like Fernando. He does, bro. Fucking.
I don't see it.
That shit was bad.
I don't
look up a picture of Fernando Vargas when he was young, when he was like 22, 21, and then look up Munguia. They like.
Yeah, man. Oh my, I was crying. That shit made me do.
I mean, Vargas looks way different now because he's fat as shit and he's old. But you gotta look at him when he was younger.
Yeah, that's how I used to look, man. That shit made me dying, bro.
That shit was funny.
Munguia needs to get with that little shit in the front. With the hair, the little bangs or whatever. It's like the 3 strands of hair like coming up front.
Yeah.
Remember, like that's how like Vargas used to have his head like shaved, except that he'd have like the little bangs in the front.
Yeah, that ugly shit. Yeah. That shit was ugly, bro.
Munguia needs to get that daddy long legs fucking hair.
Motherfucker said, damn, Offset in the crowd. She said, Cardi B with him. I'm fucking laughing, Hey, that damn fight. Somebody said she had a cartoon night. Yes, man, was so much shit thrown out, man. It was just going. I thought it was EJ Hangout. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, so did I.
I was like, damn, Doc came to EJ Hangout for a change. I was like, shit. I ain't know. It was so deep, man. It was like 9 people on.
Yeah, that was some funny
Umar,
shit.
the only person went on at that time. Then he came on with the shit. Yeah, man. That yesterday was all right. I have to wait the next week for it to be jumping again. Ain't nobody gonna buy that damn pay-per-view, so no, everybody gonna be on different timestamps and shit, different streams.
I'm buying it.
I thought about it, but shit, man. Damn, the more you think about it, $70 a whole lot of damn money. Like I ain't smoked no weed in forever, but I can still go get a good ass ounce for $70 and enjoy myself one good time and get high as shit. Or I could just watch fucking Canelo. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
$70 a lot of damn money though, bro.
You know, that's one place where I think they kind of fucked up. The commentary on HBO last night, where they were kind of criticizing Estrada, or I guess like trying to explain away why he wasn't making as much money as he was wanting to make. But at the same time, they were saying like, Lampley was like, well, and then we have next week Canelo and Golovkin, who are like guaranteed to put on like this great show and blah blah blah. Like they didn't put on a great show the first time, to be honest. Like the first fight was okay, but it wasn't like some amazing, like instant classic fight that you're gonna go back and watch over and over again. Not by any means.
It was alright. It was alright.
Yeah, it was an okay fight, but like it was like a firework that never like really exploded. You know,
it was more memorable than last night. I
fizzled out.
Way more memorable than Porter Garcia.
Yeah, it was a better fight than that. Maybe not Martin and Kovnowski though.
Kovnowski go for it, man. That
Martin
motherfucker. Charles Martin
was
hit
good.
with a third left hand. He ran into a third of a left hand in that last round.
Who would you like to see the two of them fight next?
Charles Martin fight next?
But Martin and Kovnowski, each of them.
I don't know if I'm gonna ever see Charles Martin fight again, but
or if he can stay away from Skid Row and the fucking rocks.
Charles
Maybe.
got to go make another character. Shit.
He's got Lee Cabot.
Kovnowski versus Dillian White. I take that all day. I don't want to see him fight Derek Chisora. Chisora on and off.
Yeah. I'd love to see Kovnowski and what's his name? I'm like forgetting his name now. Right as soon as you fucking said him, White. Dillian.
Yeah, Dillian White all day.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He was like, don't get it twisted. Adam is one of the top 5 heavyweights. DeBella was saying, I don't know if he top 5. Him versus Povetkin, I will watch.
Maybe Martin versus Parker.
Martin versus, oh man, I don't know, man. I don't think I ever want to see Joseph Parker fight again. I can't stomach Joseph Parker. It's something about him, man. Something about him. Like I don't know. This fake ass Joe Louis, man. He just looked like a fake ass.
Because the haircut. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, get your ass out of here. Get better or get the hell out of here, Joe. Like, I don't know, man. Wow. Like, you ain't even the fake ass Joe Louis. You're Australian Joe Louis, bro. I don't know. I ain't rocking with him. And yeah, I don't know. He's okay as a fighter, but damn, I still got the bad taste in my mouth from the Ruiz fight, Joshua fight. I don't know. I mean, he was better in the last bout, but that don't mean he gonna do nothing like I don't know, man. The heavyweight division could do without him. To me, could do without him. Yeah, shit. The Cuban always talking about he wants scraps. Shit.
Oh, Ortiz. Yeah.
Fight fucking Kanowski. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He don't never fight nobody. He never fight nobody. And everybody always say, well, they ducking. What?
Yeah, you know what? I think Kanowski would take that.
The champions might be ducking, but what about the number 9, 8? What about them dudes?
That'd be good. Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz would be pretty good too.
I never hear him talking about fighting them, and everybody want to see that shit. He just want like he deserved title shots right away. All that, like, nah, bro. Mm-hmm. It's some work to do. EJ, you sleep, ain't you? Yeah, EJ don't want to sleep. Povetkin would kill Kanowski. Kawasaki might get on his ass. Might just get on his ass. I wouldn't mind seeing it. See what we got. Russell need to fight Crew. I'm gonna shut down the live stream. Shit, I've been on for a minute. I'm sleepy again. I want to go shower and sleep and shit. 3 hours. Damn. I started streaming 3 hours ago. Jesus.
How were you at?
Say that again.
Is it how were you at?
In the room, yeah, I'm fucking hot now.
I was gonna say it's hot as shit over here, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed all over again. This Sunday, I don't do shit on Sundays. Sundays, y'all talking about praise the Lord, I'm gonna do it in my sleep. I promise. Give him all. I'm gonna snore his praises. I'm going to fuck to sleep on Sundays. I do absolutely nothing. Stay up late Saturdays and Sundays, not a damn thing. This big bitch. Okay. We'll read some of y'all comments, then I'm gonna close this joint off and go straight to bed. Kanauki defense is horrible, but his chin is fantastic so far. That's my comment. Let's say Povetkin would kill Kawasaki. Canelo was a 7 out of 10 fight in excitement. The technique was good though, so it made it like a technical kind of excitement. I would give it like a 8 and 8.5, somewhere in there. I was good with it. Unbiased or biased boxing talk. Yeah, come to think of it, you're right. What did he say? Rascalot, they have always had a racist undertone. Yeah, we know that. Come on.
Shit, overtone.
Man.
It's like BDA must stand for like blacks don't apply boxing or some shit. I don't know. Like, don't apply to come into the hangout.
Tank will beat Tevin Farmer. As I totally agree with you, Rascalot. Lord, they get LOL. They gave DSG a second place medal. The WBC straight troll BBC. WBC.
That still cracks me up, man.
The second place medal. Let me go. L Dude is on BDA. And go toward the top. I ain't read a lot at the top.
Second place.
What up, Fink? That's B Mosh. Stop blaming Spence for
WBC about to give out belts for people in the audience and shit, like boxers that show up in the audience, like, hey, here, have this WBC belt, the spectator belt.
Closest ticket to the ring belt. Looking at man. You got here first, but first to leave, first to come, last to leave belt. Yeah, the YouTube reporter belt.
Oh my god.
Conte's Boxing Nation will be presented with the YouTube. Make sure you show up. Tell you, WBC tell it like it is belt. Tell WBC the whole truth belt. That's what
fucking Nestor Gibbs gonna be getting the belt.
Shit, man. TC
the voice of the people belt.
Yeah. Fucking MD, fucking boxing MD that missed out on his title shot and shit. Got kicked out the stuff. I wonder what the fuck that dude, man. Ness done went through the ring. Ness done put motherfuckers on, put motherfuckers out in a minute.
Yeah, Ness is like a pimp putting hoes on the track, taking them off.
Wingy was the hardest to go though. Wingy went out like a boss.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Ness, don't be talking to me like that. Don't be talking to me like that, bro.
He had that EJ UK snap to that shit.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
That's what made it, bro. EJ be going the fuck off, man. He summoned his inner EJ in that shit. That's the know what to do. It's getting high. Let's see what else we got. Man, I hate this YouTube chat. You can't really scroll. This shit is like it's like a magnet. You touch it once.
When you start throwing out all kinds of British slang that Ness didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Like, I'm gonna chub you up, mate. I'm gonna chub you up, mate.
Yeah, that shit you just gotta be like, all right, bro. Yeah, Ness didn't have it, man. Ness had his camera on, like, damn. What's he talking about? He ain't talking to him enough. Shit. MD went out crying. I don't know what happened with the Matt fella. Matt got his ass kicked off the other day, too. That's running through the cycle. He got a whole other cast over there. One dude on the show said, man, dude on the show touched me. He was like, man, I'm a paraplegic. Wilder got me in boxing. When the new host, he's like a quadra or paraplegic one. I forget which one is which.
Yeah, quadra is where you can't move your arms or your legs. Para is just.
I think he's paraplegic. All right. So you remember Wilder walked out with the dude in the wheelchair rapping, right?
Uh-huh.
And dude was like, man, I was like on my deathbed. I was thinking about suicide. I was like, I didn't give a shit about nothing. Blah blah blah. And it's like I seen Deontay Wilder walking out with the dude in the wheelchair, and I've just been a boxing fan. I was like, shit. I was like, they had to rehearse this shit. I was like, I just felt like, nah, he lying. He can get up and walk. They just wanted to touch the people, right? That shit touched me. I was just like, damn, I gotta grab my heart. Like, oh my God, shit, Wilder really out here. I'm out here joking about his rhymes. This motherfucker really out here changing lives and shit. You know, damn. It's like, wow, to pay a motherfucker to say some shit like that. Make me look like a hero, damn it. And make it happen, Heyman. Good chats. Yeah, everybody done died out of there. I'm about to die out too. My voice hurting. I'm hungry as shit. I want to go to sleep. So we gonna close this shit up. Y'all hit that upvote if you're listening later. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon. They'll tell you when I'm doing this shit more often. Subscribe to Now the channel, EJ channel, and everybody else who was on his channel if you're not already. Appreciate
yeah, I'll make another video sooner or later.
Yeah, now just said fuck it. He's just jumping on Hangouts. Overhand, shout to Fiend, shout to Mr. Alvo, everybody, Rasclat, B Marshall's in here earlier, everybody else that was up there earlier. We appreciate that. Subscribing, we out. Ain't no place like low place. Congratulations, Sean Porter, once again. Terence Crawford, get off the Candy Crush app before you start talking, and then maybe you get some fights. Ain't no place like low place. We out.
Peace.
Why did I end this shit? Stop the broadcast.